turn it on.
Oh, this one right here?
Either one.
Okay.
Hey, this is Nola Ade, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie. Right here.
Yo, what up, world? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday, every Thursday, I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They push it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I want to hear that new soul-free wisdom on Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the kid Swift, a baby, young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rockin' out here, baby. Let's get it.
I tried being humble. I tried being humble. I tried being humble. Humble get no respect.
Yes, it's your boy iDub once again with another edition of Quarantine Radio. My bad. Yes, it's your boy iDub once again with another edition of Quarantine Radio. My bad, I had it on mute for a second. That's why you heard the silence. But just to go down everything going on with Quarantine Enterprise right now. This is something that I actually been forgetting to let people know, and I actually got reminded by the people that actually helping me out do this. But if y'all remember, the Dreamville Festival was rescheduled. We are actually helping out with selling tickets to that event. So if you are interested in getting tickets to that event, if you didn't get it previously, you can hit me up at info@quarantineenterprise.com. I'll shoot you the link. I believe our link actually is $10 off. I got to double check because I haven't checked it in a minute. I completely forgot about it until I got a reminder. Basically from the person above me and everything. So yeah, that is just a reminder to anybody that have seen on my Instagram and everything that we are selling those tickets. You can hit me up, info@quarantineenterprise.com, and I'll take care of you, send a link and everything to you so you can actually purchase your tickets. The other thing, as I've been telling everybody, we actually have we don't actually own the flag, but we are joining forces. Because the original plan was to have our own women's flag football team for spring season, but we are joining forces with the Gridiron Gang. They actually started practice last Saturday, but if you're still interested in playing flag football, ladies, for the spring season, the season is actually going to start in March. But we're out there conditioning and everything. We have 2 personal trainers, so anybody that's trying to actually get in shape and everything, that's one of the benefits of actually being part of this team. We have 2 personal trainers out there helping the girls and everything, get in shape, getting conditioned and stuff like that. Especially if that's one of your goals for 2019. Hit us up at info@quarantineenterprise.com. I'll give you all the details on that as well. As you can see, where I'm actually kind of shorthanded today, but our new co-host is actually supposed to be on her way in a few seconds. Joy might be calling in the second half. Cancer. He couldn't make it today, so we just have our guest today, which I'll introduce in the second after the music break, and then we're going to actually go into the interview and everything, chop it up with him. You know how we do. Just pick his brain, see how knowledgeable he is in his field, how he can help you with anything that you're trying to do in the industry and stuff like that. And then we might touch upon a couple of current events and everything. But other than that, first track that I'm about to play is you heard us interview Fat last Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday. We interviewed Fat last Tuesday. He dropped off a couple of new tracks to us. This one track, 93. I'm feeling it, so I'm about to play 93 by Fat. This is 93 by Fat. Alright?
93, smoking 93, 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993.
Hey, I've been out here since the crack of dawn. Word is bond when they tell you that you don't belong. You prove them wrong, blowing strong. Snake in the grass, I mow the lawn. Swear they got it going on, hugging first down. On the block, pitch, light work. Right hand start to itch. All night, whip that so get the switch. Lord knows, I just wanna be rich. Okay. Ducking and dodging and weaving and bobbing, cause I've been in love with the game. I get it popping, the people be rocking, you just stay in your lane. I've been out just since the break of day, trying to make a way, trying to make a play. I'm hungry, I should make a play, huh? 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 1993, whole rap game Gonzo, whole jump game Rondo. They rap easy, doing the bad breezy. Made that think she crazy. Nah, I only hit it twice. Let that think it's gravy. They tell her have a good life. Whole time on pronto. Go. Right hand man Tonto. Go. Left hand man Kato. Yes. Cause I say so. Yes. I'm trying to go to Japan. I'm trying to do it for all of my fans. I'm trying to get all this on demand. This is a brand. Say my name when you see it. Say my name like you know it. One time for the real. Middle finger to the court. Shawty, I ain't trying to deal with you. I ain't got time for the noise. Nah, Shawty, I ain't trying to deal with you. I ain't got time for the noise. 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993,
93, smoking 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993, 93, smoking 93, 93, 1993.
People take shots at the ego. Hit the fade on them like Jordan did Elo. Keep a Steve Kerr by the side for the reload. Action. Robbing on the boards and a team full of packs. Lungs full of Marley and a heart full of passion. Handful of rings and a staff full of jacks. Zen on fleek, hook like Cassius. In case I gotta lay hands just like Pastor. Add to my own space just like NASA. Shuttle stay gassed up, never will crash it. Hungry like I just fasted. I'm so rabid, I keep the joint lit and won't pass it. Asking. How you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around. Keep taking shots at the record. Go ahead, top it, that's a lot more impressive. Got a game plan that's a lot more aggressive. Ton of clutch shots that cannot be contested. I'm a lot more obsessive, a lot more direction. Got a fast break when they really start pressing. Crossover like the answer when they start with the question. Through an outlet to the plug, now I'm connected. Electric, balling out and all without a contract. They calling foul when there was never any contact. And at the line they throwing bricks like DeAndre. So track star on the boards like he Kanye. How you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around.
You can say you got the home court advantage, but I swerve up in your lane cause I'm a savage. You a hater, mad because I'm reaching new levels. While you hang around a hooch, I'm a real go-getter. I can switch it up and sing it like Beyonce. Then I spit a couple bars like I'm Kanye. You know, I ain't really tripping off what you say, because I know that you won't say that to my face. Try to belittle me, mad people believe in me. Fans always been loyal, my faith. I put my total 100% in everything I do. I'm better than you, making shots from half court, and you ain't blocking me, boo.
How you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around.
clutching, red line, dash up on the 100. Haters watching, and I love it. Gotta keep my knock high, bustin'. What the f you thought it was? We on that new. You stay stuck up in the past. We on that new. Hey, why
talk about some of these fake models. Can we talk about fake models?
you stay talking up? We gon' do it.
Name another squad, do it bigger. Dressed in all black with my hand on the scratch. By the flat line, old dirty said shame on it. For trying to run game on it. Let me run it. Can't say on clear. Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Started feel the present, think your soul ain't right. No, we ain't the same, I think it's spotlight. No, we ain't the same, I think it's spotlight. Look, your girl texting me bad. This cash, making the movies, she twerk for this cash. She sexing me up, that's that color me bad.
When I'm in your city,
can't let them live, Jimmy.
ripping on stadium down like a mini. All these in here know that we need it. Get rich and not trying, I think that I'm 50. Rolling with Danny, you know that's my brody. I keep that thing on me, you knew if you know me. I got the sauce, I think I'm at Spreaker. I got the sauce. Baby.
I'm on red line, pop the clutching, red line, dash up on the 100. Haters watching, and I love it. Gotta keep my knock high, bustin'. What the f you thought it was? We on that new. You stay stuck up in the past. We on that new. Hey, why I'm like you? You stay talking up. Ain't gon' do it.
It's your squad full of lanes. New Chevy, there's old money. Switching lanes. Yo, she rollin'. That's Mary Jane. Hold up, I feel no pain. Double cupped and I'm in this. With 2 red hairs, Lord know they thick. Might be your wifey, but tonight they in his 10 toes down. Yeah, I get around there, city, no, I represent. I ain't moved by them fake numbers. When you say my name, better have respect. When I'm in your city, ripping Dark Stadium down like a midi. All these in here know that we lit it. Get rich and not trying, I think that I'm 50. Rolling with Danny, you know that's my brody. I keep that thing on me, you knew if you know me. I got the sauce, I think I'm at Spreaker. I got the sauce, baby.
I'm on red line, pop the clutching, red line, dash up on the 100. Haters watching, and I love it. Gotta keep my knock high, bustin'. What the f you thought it was? We on that new. You stay stuck up in the past. We on that new. Hey, why I'm like you? You stay talking up. You ain't gon' do it.
What's she like? Pipe down. When the real come through. If it ain't about the money, why you talking? I don't hear you. I said,
but listen, Quarantine Radio
watch the fish come through.
Anybody that knows
and the kick out, she'll call on. Ooh, I ain't spending money on you. Look, when the mic is on, my wife is drunk. Look, so I'm stepping on. I got 6 sides like a head's gun, and I'm a Decepticon.
Whatever the motive is.
Playing out with might just go.
Hey, whatever the motive is.
While I'm hitting me, I'm living life like I'm filthy rich.
When I'm in your city,
get a jean jacket.
ripping Dark Stadium down like a midi. All these in here know that we lit it. Get rich and not trying, I think that I'm 50. Rolling with Danny, you know that's my brody. I keep that thing on me, you knew if you know me. I got the sauce, I think I'm at Spreaker. I got the sauce, baby.
I'm on red line, pop the clutching, red line, dash up on the 100. Haters watching, and I love it. Gotta keep my knock high, bustin'. What?
I got a pit bull puppy, dog.
You stay stuck up in the past. We on that new.
Trying to do the potty training. That shit's not easy.
You stay talking up.
Drew, what up, man?
Gon' do it.
Yeah, man. Trying to do the puppy training, man. It's not an easy thing. Anybody got a puppy out there? Give me some pointers.
Alright, we're back. First track was Fat with 93. Second track was Church featuring Soul Free Wisdom with Man Down. And third track was Future Assholes of America with Redline. All right. So as I said, tonight we have a special guest in the building, Tyrell. I'm gonna let him give a brief introduction of himself, and then we're going to jump into the interview. Why don't you let people that don't know who you are, what you do, and just a little bio and stuff like that.
What's up, man? So my name's Ty. You gave the whole government out. That's fine.
Oh,
no, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Most people know me as Ty. You know what I'm saying? C3 Media owner. I'm a photographer, videography. Shout out A&R Studios. That's where a lot of the work gets done at. When we're in the studio. So A&R, shout out A&R Studios. My boy Reggie. But mostly, man, I'm just a photographer. Kind of came up, just really doing the club scene. That's mostly what I do. Mostly events, things like that. But we in the building, man. We in the building.
All right. So you said that you mostly do events. Is there a reason why you just do events?
I mostly do events because that's kind of where I got started. When it came to the photography thing, photography just kind of came from left field, man. To be honest with you, dog, it was. I'll be a liar if I said it was like my passion. That's why I got into it, things like that. Mostly, it started out with another adventure when I was doing. I launched this clothing line called Creative Clothing Collective, and then that didn't do much, you know what I'm saying. But in the midst of it, I had to do some photography just to promote it or whatnot. And from those pictures, the photography thing just kind of was birthed from there,
Yeah, it's crazy because it seems like that's how a lot of photographers get into it. Like they starting some other venture, and then they don't really have the money to pay for a photographer. They pick up their own camera and stuff like that, and they just get attached to it and everything.
Oh yeah, man, I'm the king of adventures, dog. I mean, I've probably wasted a lot of money on a lot of things, but take money to make money. Yeah. Scared money don't make money, so you really got to get out here and just figure it out, dog. You know what I mean?
So, when you actually started with the photography and everything, what was your first venture outside of doing your clothing line and everything, and what got you gravitating to, or is it in knowing that you had a gift?
Well, when I did the clothing line, it was this one picture that I took. I'll never forget it. It was my homeboy Prince. Shout out Prince. Of Love and Loyalty. He's got a clothing brand out in VA, but it was this one picture that just kind of stood out a lot, and I was kind of like, man, I really pieced that together well, and then getting feedback from other people like, hey, you do photography now, that kind of thing. So my first venture was with a promoter. It was a close friend of mine. He's a promoter, and I was just like, hey man, let me come take pictures of you in the club doing your thing. He's a DJ also or whatnot. So he let me come out, and then funny story is they had a photographer that they hired. Shout out Johnny Jones, and he really kind of taught me everything when I was in the club scene. So that's how the club scene kind of got birthed. Was just me being in there just trying to take pictures of one person. And it was kind of like, oh shoot, they do all this, oh this dope, let me get into it, you know what I mean?
So he basically kind of took you underneath his wings and everything.
Yeah, man. Real dope dude. When I met him, it was funny because he was about to move out to Cali or whatnot. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I can take your spot. You know what I'm saying? But it was real dope because, whatever events he was at, I was there, and he really just kind of showed me a lot of things, taught me a lot. Gave me some insight on the equipment that I needed or whatnot. So, it was real dope, to be honest with you. Shout out the Legal Shooter, man.
So, as far as doing events and everything, what is kind of your advice to people that's doing because I know as far as doing outside things and models and stuff like that, is there a difference in everything as far as the shooting?
I mean, it's definitely a difference. I mean, low light photography is a beast of its own. Just trying to balance the colors and balance the light. When you're in a club scene alone, I mean, with the club, you got lights that's moving, a lot of things going on. So it's really interesting to see how you can capture moments and, capture people doing things or whatnot, and just kind of make it look like a real fun environment, make it look real dope. So it's real interesting when you're doing low light photography.
So as far as what editing programs do you use, or do you just rely on your camera?
No, you definitely can't rely on the camera when it comes to low light, I would say. With the low light, to be honest, it's a lot of editing that goes into it, kind of trying to figure out how to balance the blacks and the shadows, different things like that, and highlights. So mostly I use Lightroom when it comes to the club scenes or most of the events and different things like that. Not a lot of touch-up that you need done. You need to just add some layers, just kind of clean the image up. So that's what I use.
Okay. And as far as like your other ventures and stuff like that, like how do you mix that in with your photography and everything, or is that just a totally different beast?
It's a different beast. Most of it is finding a way to balance it all. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to do multiple things, it's really a balancing act. You know, when you're really trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to do your own thing. It's mostly self motivation that you need. You know, what's making you get out to bed every day. Even aside from motivation, man, you got to be inspired. You know what I mean? Inspiration and motivation, I think, are two separate things. But you got to be inspired to get up and do your thing, and that's kind of what gives me the drive to kind of try to balance different tasks at the same time.
Yeah, because I know, like, as far as like being an entrepreneur and everything, I know that like it gets to a point where like just investing your own money into stuff, and then you waiting for that, basically the profit instead of always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, always, because like. I guess I can talk about this because I was going to talk about it probably in current event, because like that kind of reminds me of, because like I honestly didn't know about it until like I listened to an interview with Ja Rule on Drink Champs and stuff like that, and he was talking about this fire event and stuff like that. You heard about that?
What event is it?
The fire.
FYRE.
Yeah. Yeah, and So I was like, what is it? I kept sitting there like, what is he talking about and everything? Because he was like, everybody started blaming me for the disaster and everything. And then
you said that was Future?
No, Ja Rule.
I was about to say that's not. I'm about to go in on Future real quick.
Yeah, it was Ja Rule and everything, and like and I was like, well, Dad, what's he talking about? And like I ain't never heard about it. And then like it was on the Breakfast Club. They started talking about a documentary.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, there's actually two documentaries.
Oh,
There's one on Netflix, and then there's one on Hulu. The one on Hulu is actually more detailed on like the behind the scenes. The one on Netflix is more entertaining and everything. I feel like after I watched both of them and everything, because everybody kept saying the one on Netflix is better and stuff like that. But just looking at like that guy, like how he kept on scheming people and everything, I was like, wow, like
scamming is the thing, man. Like, man, people scam so hard, dog.
But he kept on trying to do one thing to fund another thing, and then he had to make his money back up.
Money.
Yeah,
that's the mindset.
Yeah, so it's crazy because like what he was trying to do was something that we really did need. But the way that he went about it is probably what made everything so worse. But I do think there are some people that actually developing that app now, because like it was an app that's supposed to be like Tinder, and like you basically for booking acts and everything. So you basically if you want to act and everything, entertainer, rapper, and you basically send them what type of event that you want them for, and they send you like their fee and stuff like that. It makes it an easier way to hook up. Yeah. So like it was a dope idea and everything, but him trying to get to that point, like I just felt like just
a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, cause like I feel like he should have just listened to people when they were telling him that you need more time to actually do this.
Let me tell you something, man. Time is key, man. And I think the tough thing is when you got like entrepreneurs and you're talking to somebody who tries to do a lot of different business ventures. It's like they all have like a sense of urgency. Like, man, I got to do this now.
Yeah.
I got to get this done right now. I mean, I threw my first party last year. You know what I'm saying? At Noir or whatnot, and total flop. You know what I'm saying? But it was a couple factors that went against me, and time is one of those things that went against me.
Yeah, cause I did like I did one event by myself. It was a speed dating event. The first time I tried to do it, I realized the time thing too, where I felt like I should promote it some more and everything.
Yeah.
And then came when I did have time and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what to me, like a lot of people said that I probably succeeded and everything.
I mean,
because
if
like
you
I
pull
had,
it off, I think it's a success if you pull it off. No matter how it went, if you can get to beginning to end of an event or something that you put together in your head and you manifested it to be, tangible, then you know what I mean. It's always a success. It's like what personally, what do you say the success is? You know.
Yeah, cause like it was a speed dating event, and like I had like 25 girls there and no guys. So like, but like I had speakers.
You said you had 25 girls and no guys?
Yeah.
You need to throw a party.
so like the good thing about it is like I had speakers there.
Yeah.
And everything, but like I felt bad because like those girls came there to meet guys do the speed dating experience, and no guys bought tickets and everything.
Hey man, that's more girls for you. You can turn into a Love VH1 show, man. Reach out to Mona Scott, dog. She might hook you up with something. Seriously.
But I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna do the that type of event again. And then like the second event that I did, I had teamed up with this other promotion group, and I had a whole bunch of independent artists there and stuff like that. But like the turnout wasn't. I felt like it was because of the time frame, because it was around the same. They had that '90s block party, and it was the same weekend as St. Patrick's Day. So like I felt like that was it was just bad timing, and like what was going on around that time frame.
Yeah, it's a big weekend in Raleigh. I mean, that kind of happened to me. I mean, also in my case, you know, when I did my party, it was called Cash Money Only Day Party and whatnot, and really what it was is I funded everything by myself. I kind of reached out to different people to help promote, but I mean that event really just taught me a lot about who people are, how they are, what they do. You know, I hired a lot of people that, you know, didn't really, bring in any revenue or didn't do any good for me myself. So, I mean, it's just a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of my bigger losses that I took last year. You know what I'm saying, with that party. But you know, I definitely walked away. You know, and I just learned more from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's basically how I looked at it too. Like, I'm still brainstorming on another event, but like now I know like what I shouldn't do and like how to actually try to make the next event actually successful and everything. And like being an entrepreneur is always a learning experience. The bad thing is like when you lose that money and then you
man. You know, and the thing about losing money is like, you know, before you do it, you know, an idea that's gonna cost you some money, you gotta be willing to lose the money. And it's like even if, you know, when you lose it, it hurts no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But before you do it, you gotta be like, man, am I okay with doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I okay with losing this bread, not getting anything off of this, taking a total L? You know what I mean? And I think one thing about being an entrepreneur is you gotta be able to say yes. Like, you know what, I'm that confident. I'm that confident in what I'm doing. I'm that confident in what my idea is or how I got it planned. So you know, I'm willing to do it. I'm gonna swing the bat, see what happens. So I think that's one of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur is just being willing to put yourself out there, you know, in a vulnerable place, and hopefully reap a benefit from it. You know what I'm saying?
And you said that you have a couple other ventures that out there and stuff like that. What else are you actually working on?
So currently, I partner with A&R Studios. Shout out A&R Studios once again. So that's the photography studio. It's over off Six Forks. So we get a lot of things done. Reggie, one of my closest friends, you know what I'm saying? We get a lot of business done. We do a lot of work together. But right now, one of the biggest ventures I've got going on is some real estate things. And it's crazy because there's so much money to actually get started or get invested into it. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, you kind of think to yourself like, all right, you know, I've lost $1,200 before, I've lost $1,500, $2,000, whatever that is. But it's like, man, now you're to the point where it's like, man, you're risking $10,000. You know what I'm saying? All right, can you lose $10,000? You know what I'm saying? And the answer is yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Because I see what it can be, or what I could get out of it with investing that type of money. But then it's like, are you okay if you lose it? Or are you okay if you don't get it all back? You know what I'm saying? So the real estate thing is something that I'm really working on right now, currently, real heavy behind the scenes. So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. It's my biggest one yet, though.
So it's like flipping houses.
Yeah, essentially, it's flipping houses. You're getting them at a great price based on some legal things, but it's all legal. But essentially, you're getting these houses at a cash price. So, you know, you're not getting a lien on the home or anything like that. It's a cash price, cash purchase, and then the goal is to, of course, sell the house. So that's how it works.
Okay. So you just basically fix it up and everything.
Well, actually, not even gonna touch it at the price we get the houses for. We would be able to sell them at market value, and not need to touch them.
Oh wow,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
we'll talk more off camera.
Yeah, because usually when people do that, I always hear them say that they fix up the house and everything, and then they sell it out.
Which a lot of people do, and that's a good thing to do. And with the business I'm in now, that's the next goal. But when you're talking about purchasing houses and rehabbing them, it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the old saying goes, it takes money to make money, and you got to start somewhere to get, where you're trying to go. So that's true. But rehabbing is a big thing. It's very profitable. You just need the money to do it.
Yeah. I'll just look at my other code says she was at 12 minutes out. But as far as like the whole North Carolina scene as a whole, as far as with your adventures and everything, like what do you see as far as the entertainment scene and everything? How do you feel about the entertainment scene in North Carolina, or just building up as far as?
Well, shout out All Star Weekend coming up. That's gonna be lit. CIAA's leaving. Whatever, it is what it is. But with the scene in North Carolina or in Raleigh, I think it's interesting scene just because I've been a lot of places, and it's kind of like everywhere is a little bit different, but it's so similar in a lot of aspects. When it comes to like the Raleigh area or Durham or Charlotte, I think it's a decent scene for what we have. It's a big college town. A lot of the events that I do or I'm in, it's not necessarily college, type thing, but it's more grown stuff. But I think it's a good scene. I don't think it's trash or terrible. You got so many promoters out here. Everybody's doing their own thing, so there's a lot of options when it comes to the party scene in Raleigh.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed. Cause like out of high school, I had went to Greensboro, and when you talk about college town, I feel like that's more of a college town there, and just the whole club aspect. Like I don't know like if it's different now. But like I just remember when I was over there, like the whole college aspect and like doing events there, it seemed like it was more beneficial there as far as down here, because like even like with my speed dating event, I had a whole lot of, because like I did advertisement on Facebook, and I had a whole lot of Greensboro people ask me, so when you gonna bring it here and stuff like that. So I feel like I would have done a little bit better in Greensboro and stuff like that. Yeah. So like. It's like basically like targeting your market and everything, knowing like what your target market is and what you're trying to accomplish and everything.
That's the key, knowing exactly who you want to reach, how you want to reach them, how you want those people to reach other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. It's hard to do things on your own. For the most part, you need a team to get a lot of things done. The hard part about that is just finding people who are really for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are greedy. A lot of people just want what they can get out of it. Yeah. So it's really hard to find a team of people who are really for you, who really have your back, who will really promote and kind of push your idea as if it's their own. So that's the toughest part, I believe.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I always experienced in the past is like when you're dealing with some people, like, cause like I'm always for like that's the main reason why I started my show and everything, help other people build them up and everything. But like you still gotta find people that are gonna help like see your vision and understand that once it's kind of like, cause like I want to say the example like Jay-Z, like. That like when it comes to business, like he's always the model, that blueprint that I feel like he came up, he was the main guy out of there, but he always brought his whole crew behind him, and he wanted to, because he always says it before, like he wants to make sure that his people are good. Cause like he always says like how you gonna be rich and your people are struggling and stuff like that. So like that's my whole concept, but like you gotta find people that have the same mind frame and understand that you are still looking out for them and stuff like that.
Right. And also sometimes what people do is they'll kind of get into a space where they'll forget about what's in it for them themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to let people go. You know what I'm saying? If people don't see the vision. I mean, I've got friends that sometimes I've tried to do business with, and it doesn't work out. And I mean, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And you just can't get into a space where you're trying to make it work. Like, I'm trying to do this with you. Like, Nah, forget all that. Like, if it's not working, I'm gonna still do it by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably like one of my hardest thing is just the fact that I saw so much potential in this person and understanding that they don't see it in themselves.
Right, exactly.
And you hurting yourself by trying to work with this person and they're not pulling their weight.
Exactly.
So like it's basically you taking like 3 steps back, trying to help them move forward in their life.
Right, and it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. That's the truth.
Going back to the photography and everything, like, do you actually do photography with models and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do some model work. I'm actually stepping that up a little bit. For me personally, with the photography, is mostly for profit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was never like my passion or anything, but it was like I just want to really do this. I mean, it's cool. I love being creative. You know what I mean? It's another way to be creative and kind of show my creative side. But mostly it's for profit. So that's why I do so much, so many events and different things like that. Whoever's cutting the check, what does Soldier Boy say? Cut that check. You know what I'm saying? They got to cut that check. You know what I mean? So whoever's cutting the check, I'm with it. But, you know, when it comes to like the model thing, a lot of that, when you're trying to build that clientele, you're trying to build that portfolio, it's mostly you're doing things for free. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find a beautiful girl or a girl who's great in front of the camera. I'm trying to take pictures of them. They get free pictures, and it's just for my portfolio. So, you know, I'm trying to get back into. When I first started, I did a lot of that stuff until the checks started coming in. Then it was like, okay, forget this. These girls ain't paying. You know what I'm saying? But you know, now I'm trying to really step into that field. That's why I partnered with A&R Studios. Not only, you know, for revenue, but so that I have that opportunity to really, you know, kind of bring that creative side of me out and kind of show the world what can get done. So
yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, because you talk about the A&R studio and everything. Like, they have the studio where you can do the photography work there.
Oh man, A&R Studios is lit. I'm about to big it up, of course, but no, A&R Studios is where it's at, man. We've got 2 photo bays in there, so you can have multiple people in the studio at a time. We've got a editing bay, like everything. I mean, it's dope stuff, man. So A&R Studios is where it's at. You know, definitely book it out to people they want to use it. That's where we do all the in-studio photography at. So it's really cool stuff.
Okay. So do you get work there as far as people coming in there to book the studio, book you as a photographer and everything?
Yeah, basically that's where all the work gets done. We really A&R Studios just opened up not too long ago, but we really try to push it. Most of everything that we do photography wise that's in studio happens there. We try to get a lot of stuff booked in the studio and get the studio booked for other creatives to use because it's a dope space. So I mean that's mostly what we're trying to do right now is really big it up, really, you know, bring it out and make it a big thing.
And where's it located?
It's located on 6th Force, man. I'm alive. I try to give you the address, dog. I can't. I always have to GPS it. But I can give you the address in a minute after I look it up. But it is located in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's right off of 6 Forks. Somewhere on 6 Forks. I always have to GPS it.
As far as like do they have the green room and stuff like that?
There's no green room, but we've got green backdrops. Works just the same. So I mean, we've got a lot of different color backdrops, a lot of different options we can pull off. But the thing about the studio photography is it can be really basic if you allow it to be. That's why you want to partner with a lot of creative people who have different ideas. You can say, hey, look, let's do this, let's make this shape, different things like that. So.
Yeah, the reason why I say that because like if you have the green backdrop and everything, you can also use it for like videography work and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So that's another way that you can actually get revenue off of that as well.
Yes, sir.
As far as like how do you feel about like the models and the scenes and stuff like that in North Carolina?
So when it comes to models, to be completely honest, it really depends. You've got some great models out here, some great photographers, but the problem is everybody wants to be a model, everybody wants to be a photographer, and you know, you just got to put your work into it. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your worth, know what you're worth, what you can get done. You know, when I first started out, I mean, I wasn't the best, far from the best, but I definitely promoted myself like I wasn't the best, but I could get the job done if you needed me to. So that's the whole gist of that.
What do you mean by you promoted yourself like you wasn't the best?
So a lot of people do is you'll have photographers, new photographers, and they trying to charge out the wazoo per hour or different things like that. You know, you really just, like I said, you got to know your worth. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, listen, this is my level of photography or videography. This is what this costs. You know what I'm saying? You can't charge top dollar for mediocre work. So when I was coming up, I did a lot of things for free. And when I was charging people, it was a very, very fair price, only because most of it I needed for myself to practice and to learn and to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I never overcharged people like I was, you know, the man out here when I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea.
Okay. Yeah, that is like you said, building up your portfolio and everything, and just having an agreement with everything. But yeah, I understand that concept, because like I know like a lot of people, like when they start getting better into it and everything, then they bring up the prices and everything, and then people start getting mad at them because they brought up the price. They were used to this price and everything, and they felt like because like I'm trying to think of an example, because like I've seen some people where they'll use the whole why aren't you helping me out and stuff like that, what's with these prices and everything. But you got to understand, like, with especially like photographers, these any other entertainment person, like a person that actually sits there, build up their craft, learn the game and stuff like that, and they buying all this equipment, they have the rights to actually charge the amount that they charge, especially like if they get real good into it and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of people.
I don't even care if they're not good, dog. My thing is, you gotta respect people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if my prices are set, no matter where I am, you gotta respect it. Either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my idea. So like, even with people who overprice themselves, you know what I mean? If you're not fucking with it, that's fine. You know what I mean? But that's what they think they're worth. Let them think that. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody else. You know what I mean? I've never been like a haggling type. How do you say that?
Haggler.
Haggler. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a haggler. You know what I mean? I've never said, man, you're not worth that. Like, man, that's what I think I'm worth. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's so many people in photography. It's a very oversaturated market. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many options and so many people you can reach out to get things done. It's like, it's no need to haggle with one person. My price is my price. If you don't like it, it is what it is. You know, that's my thought process.
And like, I remember I talked to this one girl, and she was kind of shy about giving her prices and stuff like that. And I remember like, it was this big name company came to her, because like she was a motivational speaker, and they came to her and they were like, so what's your price? And she gave them this low number, and they looked at her funny, and they were like, never mind. And then they basically told her that never give that price again. Like, you're worth more than that, and once you realize that, we'll come back to you and everything. Yeah. So like, if she had gave a bigger number and everything, she would have locked that gig in and stuff like that.
Right. You can't be afraid. That's my thought process. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to give a price. Like, you got to know what you're worth. You got to stand behind what you think your worth is. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought process on that.
Yeah, cause like you gotta put in your words, and especially like if you know, especially like, cause like people like, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Just the fact that she could have had that gig and everything, they also look at it as like what you think your worth is.
Right, exactly. Or they might feel like you're a little inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're only worth this amount, then clearly you're not good enough. You're not where we need you to be. So let's go find somebody who's charging more, because then maybe they can do more. Yeah. I think it just depends on who you're working with, you know, or whatnot. And some people might say that. Some people would have jumped on it and said that's a great price. You know what I mean? So I guess it depends on the person.
What?
Dirty water.
I know. I was like, wait.
Well, we got Linnell here and everything. So you have any questions for him?
Do you want a microphone?
Do I need a mic? Am I loud enough?
Usually people are, but if you want, just in case.
I guess you could kind of like fill me in. You do media.
Yeah, see-through media, a lot of photography, a lot of videography. I actually ran a couple Instagram pages this summer. I run a couple personal pages now, so I can't say their names, but because they're probably embarrassed. Like,
I see, like, run people pages, manage their pages.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I used to run Noir's Instagram page last year. So I handle like all their photography and all their whole Instagram page or whatnot. So it's
That's
pretty dope.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
cool. Is that time consuming, or do you have like a system?
Definitely a system. I mean, when you first start, it's very interesting because it's like, all right, when do I post? How do I do this? What do I say? You know. But once you start getting a couple of them under your belt, it's kind of like you've got to be able to time things. You got to know the content that you're going to put up, when you're going to put up, when's the best time to put it up. Different
I
things
think
like
it's too
that.
like quotes and these little captions. Like how do you, like you said, how do you know what to say? How do you know
When
what
I
to
first
say?
started doing it, man, I was stealing it from other people, like promoters.
Okay, so you just kind of blend it.
I'm a thief, dog. Straight up, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a thief. I will steal anything that you got, dog, and make it my own or flip it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And
But
like,
you know,
twist it a
other
little
people
bit.
got the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? That's like you know what I mean. It's just too much to figure out. You know, what I'm trying to say
So I
is.
want to say maybe stealing your like, you're using it kind of like as inspiration, and like you said, and making it your own. I'm like trying to make it sound good.
It is what it is. Hey,
but it's right. It's a blueprint. So you kind of like following a formula that somebody else is using to success and doing it. Like So what's wrong with that? People might
nothing. Especially if I see it successful. Like okay, I see how you do things. That's successful. I'm gonna do that myself.
Yeah,
you know
let me
what I mean?
try it and see if it works for me.
Poof. That's how it goes. That's how I did it.
That's cool.
That's how I did the photography thing too. Man, I was like, shoot.
How long did you do photography?
Now I've been doing photography for I say like 2 years now. Really, to be honest with you, it hasn't been that long.
Which one did you do first, videography or photography?
Photography, definitely photography. Like I was telling them, you know, it started when I had this clothing brand that didn't jump like I wanted it to. Like a lot of things that I've done, you know what I'm saying? But I started with that. Then I had to take pictures so I can promote with, and that's kind of how it got started. Because people were like, "Oh, you're a photographer now," and I'm like. Yeah, I'm a photographer.
So then how did you get into video? So they just kind of flowed into
what it
videography?
is, in the club scene, like, okay, they like pictures or whatnot, but then they love videos. You know what I'm saying? They love recap videos or whatnot.
Especially with music in the background.
Right. Then when you see when you a photographer and you see they hired a videographer and you find out they paying him more than what they paying you, you're like, well, shoot, I'm about to do that then. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me do some videos. So that's how I did it.
Interesting. You've been doing videography for about the same?
I think I started the videography maybe a year after the photography thing. Just because there was so many up and downs with photography, I didn't know what I wanted to do, you know, what I wanted to take pictures of or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of figuring out what my type of photography would be. But once the check started coming in, it was very clear I was going to do clubs and parties or whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as they cutting that check like Soulja Boy said, I'm with it.
That's right. Go with the flow.
Right.
Yeah, because actually Nell, she actually has her own clothing line and everything too. She fashion
expert.
Yeah, but I can understand how you like flow into other things because like being I am the brand, I do a lot of things myself. So sometimes I have to do videos, I have to edit, I have to take pictures. You know what I mean? So you kind of learn as you go, or read up on stuff, or follow the blueprint of someone else, right?
Got to.
So I feel you.
Gotta start somewhere. Inspiration, that's the word to use.
Yeah.
Other people can be your inspiration.
Other people are even things sometimes. You can have dreams and have visions, and it really, if you know what I mean?
You just gotta go for it. That's my thing.
Your shit.
Go for it. Don't give up. Don't stop.
Was I going live today? I said I was. Let's see.
I'm about to go into a music break right quick, and then we're gonna come back. Probably go into some current events and everything that's been going on around the country and everything. Pick your mind, personality, and stuff like that. First track that I'm about to play first is going to be at least 5,000 with the one. This is at least 5,000 with the one. All right.
It's Moscato.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sweet.
DJ could tell.
Where's everybody going on Thursday?
Ain't no main chick and no side chick, and I don't live it. I play no games, I got money, babe, of everything. When you need change, I'm too fast. I switch it up, can't be replaced. You know it, babe. You know it, babe. Yeah. They can get about me all they want. They can ask about me. And he know that I talk a lot. lot of shit. Cause I know what that he in love with. He be blowing the best, running up a check. Cause my baby know that I'm blessed. Only everything, nobody can play. I'm the one, I'm your queen, you're my king. Play the one, you're my king. Baby, I'm the one, the one, I'm the one, the one, the one, I'm the one, the one, the one, the one. Yeah, the homies, but I'm the bestie, a forever thing. I've been wifey before I got that wedding ring. You tatted on my name, our bond will never break. We solid, babe, we solid. Yeah, they can about me all they want. They can ask about me. And he know that I talk a lot of shit. Cause I know what that he in love with. He be blowing the best, running up a check. Cause my baby know that I'm blessed. Only I'm everything, nobody can compare. Please believe I'm the one, I'm your queen, you're my king. Plays the one, nobody, baby, I'm the one, the one, I'm the one, I'm the one, the one, I'm the one, I'm the one, the one, I'm the one, I'm the one, yeah. She's your truth, I'm sorry, I heard everything before. Anything that you really want, yeah, I swear I guarantee you, yeah. Loving on you all night, you be gripping on these thick thighs, taking you to the places, that's what fashion is. Anything in your imagination is I'm not trying to be your angel, I just wanna be compliant for your loving. Just one night, I swear only a night. Anything else will be a plus for the night. I want you ready, I'm so ready. I heard everything before. Anything that you really want, yeah, I swear I guarantee you, yeah. I know you all night, you be gripping on these thick thighs, taking each other places. It's like if you watch the video, you're disturbed by it, and if you don't watch the video, how can you really put your anything in your imagination? I end up watching it like, oh my god, like I believe that's what happened. I've been to clubs in Atlanta, it didn't go down. It could happen. And I'm in the clubs in Miami, and it's like I've seen people get stripped in the club. It's definitely possible. And then for other people to have snaps and stuff of her passed out in the same, like come on, how could you, like, it definitely happened. I say it definitely happened. I'm like, oh my god, I had to like clear my mind so I don't want to have constant thoughts of like that negative. Oh my god.
Chris Brown situation.
Oh my my God. All this sexual assault.
Yeah. That's some positive stuff.
And with that, it's like, I don't know how many times he's been accused of something that ends up being not true. And it's just like, so it's like, people don't want to believe, people be out to get you, but like, it's possible that they have to like tarnish your image. And once your image is tarnished, your brand is like damaged, right? So,
especially since he had a big comeback to the Rihanna thing, so it's like, here we come again with some bullshit. What's up? And he did that. Oh yeah. J. Cole. He dropped that middle child. This is hard.
I've seen a video of him and some dude that's on like and really how I feel about that, not funny, but it's like, I don't know, people are already want to live the way they want to live, and in the military, I think you need to be at a certain mind state, or like, that's called confusion, and like, situations. You're not a civilian anymore. Keep your mouth shut, don't make a sound, and I'ma turn around and do that test you like.
Submarines now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Probably not for long periods of time.
I think they treat them just the same now. I think they let them on submarines.
And that's why there's a lot of rapes going on in the military. Because seriously, that is. If you already know, not to be funny, when a person gets you a certain, they underwater, not been around.
Alright, we're back. We're back.
Around here.
First track that I played was At Least 5,000 with The One. Second track that I played was Shantae Renee with Ooh. And third track that I played was Brittany Camille with Dance. Alright. So like we said, we're about to go into so like I said, we're gonna go into a couple current events and everything that's been going on. We didn't actually get to go into current events Tuesday. So we're gonna try to touch on a couple of things that's been going on in the no, we didn't talk about the shutdown or anything.
The shutdown is so retarded. I mean, maybe I should use a different word. I'm gonna say retarded. It's just
for the government. I'd be so mad.
Right, if you work for the government.
Oh, I thought you said you did work for the government.
Hell no.
I was about to say
I wouldn't be able to come here. I'd be at work. I'd be somewhere at McDonald's trying to put some burgers or some shit.
Put some work in.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it is because like now these people they gotta try to get side hustles and stuff like that because like it like I said this before, like I just feel like Donald Trump promised somebody something and like it could, if it doesn't happen, it's gonna be death on him. Because like you're talking about security, but you're not paying the people.
That's what I keep thinking about. Yeah, these are government people that work for the government, meaning they're working for you. What about like the military and stuff like that? They're not getting paid. That's your defense system. Like, you're not paying these people, and you're forcing them to work. So like people that's forced to do things, are they happy?
I mean, if you
at work, so do they do their job sufficiently?
I mean, they're not showing up. You know, they there was a gun. Somebody flew out of an airport. I forgot which one, an international airport. They had a loaded pistol, and they got on the plane with it.
See, ain't nobody checking. Ain't nobody checking no more.
Because like, ain't nobody really
checking. Pistol in another country. What?
See?
Because like you got to think about it. It's like you have these people going back and forth to work. How are they getting money for gas?
How are they feeding? How are they paying their rent? How are they paying their bills? How
Exactly.
are they doing anything
No
living?
tickets,
They're
no
gonna
skate.
lose.
Fuck that. I'm not going.
Like, and you're forcing them to work with no pay and no back pay, and then you're not giving them nothing to, like, you know what I mean? To, like, sort of, you're gonna erase their debt.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Because like with these government jobs, you have to have a good credit.
Yeah. Well, luckily I read
Someone
that
get a loan.
a lot of places
That's sad.
they are, like different electric companies or water companies in some places are, working with government employees or different things like that to kind of help them out because they know what's going on. So that's dope that they're helping them. But I mean, it's so real to the point like my girlfriend's she's a loan officer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she said she had to deny a loan because they work for the government.
Oh wow!
She said everything else lined up perfectly. They could have got the home equity they needed, but the only reason she denied it was because they work for the government and they don't have an income right now, and she don't know when they're gonna get another income.
That's what I was about to say. It's not like
that's fucked up.
They just don't know when they gonna get it.
Because because the fact that like I said, like they have to have good credit and everything, and like depending on how long this goes. Like them missing payments and everything is going to start dropping their credit, so they can lose their job that way.
And then who's accountable for that?
Not only lose their job, their life, their livelihood.
Yeah, but but the whole because like everybody's saying that they're going to get back pay and everything.
Who said that?
That's what a couple people.
Yeah, a lot of the government workers get back pay. The contractors don't. So if you're a government contractor, they don't pay you anything. Outside of like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's messed up. So if you work for the government though, they're gonna pay you eventually. But if you're a contractor, you just missed that bread, dog. That's it.
And you still gotta work.
I mean, a contractor you don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? You just contract with the government. But it's just messed up because you've been out of work who knows how long, and at the end of it, the government workers get their check, but you're just out. You know what I mean? So
because like you're not gonna make. With these side jobs, you're not gonna make as much money as you were with your government job. Cause like,
unless you selling crack. No, I don't know if anybody knows no crack dealers, dog.
Because it's a real depression. Like it's depressing, and just the mental state is taking on people as a whole. Like it's affecting the country. Over, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, it's like kids fighting. So you won't give me what I want, so I'm going to hold this from you until I get what I want. But it's like ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous want. That's the problem. Like, but one thing about Trump, I got to hats off to Trump though, because Trump said years ago that if he ran for president, he would run as a Republican because they're in his words, the dumbest party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, and then look what he did. He ran as a Republican, and he became the president. Backed by a bunch of people who are ignorant and don't have a lot of knowledge on a lot of things. So, why not go for this guy?
He is a businessman and an actor.
Yeah, and he surrounds himself around smart people. That's one thing that Trump does. He really surrounds himself around smart. I don't know if they're crooked. He's crooked. They're just smart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they can't be that smart if they keep doing business with him.
He's cutting the check. Listen,
right, so that ain't that smart.
It's cutting that check, dog. I mean, think about it.
What about morals? Morals over greed and standards. Like, so at the end of the day, that's not too smart if you're choosing money over morals and some type of standards.
But this is America.
You're not too smart.
America was built on greed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People need to stop being greedy. That's why we're in this situation now. Always thinking about yourself and not helping another. If we really communicated as a whole, like when people supposedly first came here, right? The Pilgrims, didn't they work as a team in a sense? Yeah, I'm like running because they show right over here. Right. Worked as a team more and built things up, even though, I'm getting too deeper, but yeah, just the simple fact of building things from nothing.
Everybody wants the whole
community and working together.
Everybody wants the whole pie, man. They don't want a slice anymore. Everybody wants the whole pie.
You can get the whole pie if you work as a unit.
As a unit against another unit. That's how they do it.
I know, right? Man, ain't that.
So what do y'all think about Camilla throwing her hat in the race for 2020?
Listen, after Trump, anybody can run. I'm voting for Soulja Boy.
I know, right? Anybody can run.
I want young Draco to be president.
I don't know.
2020.
You said young Draco.
Come on, that's what I'm voting for. Big Soldier. Because I know Soldier gonna make them cut that check. Soldier would have got that wall built. They was gonna cut that check.
There's no need for the wall. It's just really a monument.
It's stupid. I mean, we have a barrier now that doesn't work. You put a wall up.
Your wall. What is
that makes people want to attack you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so many other routes to get into America than there. Like, what's gonna stop people?
Only thing is they build that wall, tunnels gonna be freeways, dog. Gonna be 4-lane tunnels into America. It's gonna be crazy.
And like that's what they're talking about and everything. Like they don't understand like why he's so focused on this wall and everything. And he's talking about that's the way drugs get in here and stuff like that. But that's not the way drugs get into America.
What about the Gulf of Mexico?
What's crazy is
whole
Trump.
Little area right there.
Trump was talking about how he was talking about borders and the people at the border and how many drugs cross the border in cars. But it's like, what the hell's that got to do with a wall, though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, Trump's an interesting guy, dog.
But at the same time, that's why I keep saying that he promised somebody something.
Well, think about it like this, though. It's the end of the year.
He's trying to stick to the plan.
He's got to get reelected.
He's trying to stick to the,
you know what I'm saying?
He got to.
That's his goal. So if your goal is to get reelected, right?
He's not.
No. I'm not talking about a re-election. I'm talking about he
did something for somebody and he owes them something.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's a possibility.
Wanted,
but
so
I also think that if he gets
this
wall built, he's guaranteed reelection.
I don't think so.
Think about
he don't piss so many people.
Yeah, he don't.
He pissed a lot of people off, but people still love fucking Trump. Dog.
And then supposedly he didn't technically win from what we're hearing, right? Then somebody said that they paid a company to up the polls and stuff, like.
Because I mean, Trump lost the popular vote anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if we went off a popular vote, Clinton would have won. But that's not how it works. So unfortunately, but he definitely lost the popular vote. So. C3 in the building. Oh yeah, it's a movie. It's so crazy because I run this Instagram account for somebody, and she texted me and said, "Hey, can you not put it's gonna be a movie on one of the flyers, please?" I was like, "All right, that's like my favorite thing to say. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie tonight. Come on out."
Why didn't she want?
I guess I say it a lot. But it's gonna be a movie, man. If I see it's gonna be a movie, dog, I'm about to pull up. So you know. I'm gonna slow down with it. It's gonna be a movie.
The other thing that that's going on, like government wise, is that they just passed that ban.
Let's talk about the government. They're not checking our food and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's the other thing. As far as
even dog food.
A lot of products, a lot of everything is not being inspected and tested properly, so you're liable to get sick. Yeah, a lot of issues going on. So just be careful. You might want to start growing your own stuff and going vegan.
But that goes again with the safety thing that's being neglected because of this shutdown. And he claims that he's all for security, but things are getting neglected because you have this shutdown. Mm-hmm. And then now even the kids are being affected because like their lunches.
School lunch.
Right.
Government assistance programs, after school programs, different things like that.
But yeah,
you're about to go right into this transgender thing.
Yeah, he's gonna slide right into that like third base.
Are you trying to slide in there?
Right in like third base. So how about this transgender thing?
I know.
For the third time, I'm gonna try to bring it up. Okay. Enough about Trump.
So touchy. All these touchy topics.
Let's talk about the transgender.
All right, let's get into it.
Because they fucked up All-Star in 2016? No, I'm just joking.
No, wait. All-Star is still popping off, ain't it?
Nah, yeah, but we supposed to have it 3 years ago.
It's coming. It's going to be here real soon.
There was a lot going on with the governor at the time.
Are you ready?
Because, like, what happened was it was the whole bathroom thing.
Yeah.
And the NBA didn't want to support us because of the bathroom thing.
Governor McCory passed that bill. But, it was some fugazi stuff behind that. So what happened was, this dude's interesting. He was getting out of office soon anyway, right? So what he did, he passed that bill. And then he turned around and brought some games from Europe to Charlotte the next year, which apparently was going to be big or something like that. He cut some deal with somebody. He fucked that up on purpose.
He brought gangs?
Yeah, it was like this gaming event or something.
Oh, game.
Some type of game and event that's usually done like overseas or something like that. And he brought that to Charlotte instead because since the NBA backed out. But I feel like that was all part of the plan. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Well, I'm not with... Come on. It's just not safe. It's just creepy. I mean, I'm just saying women been... saying whatever. That people have been doing this forever, and really, you don't never hear nothing about women saying, I don't want to share bathrooms, and I want these rights and that rights. They're not forcing that on nobody to accept their reality. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't like me, accept me, then I'm going to just do me. Why you need all this special stuff for people to be in a delusion with you? Like, that's not fair. That's how I feel about it. Why don't you just go where you're supposed to go? Like, why you want my space? Because you feel like you are me, you still need to go where you was born at. Go to the bathroom. I don't want to go somewhere where you toilet it and it's left up and smell like that.
I don't know who's running that shit, but they get a lot of shit done, dog. Let me tell you something. Whoever is running that thing,
and they're pushing
they get it all done.
Pedophilia. Like, come on, I don't want to support that. Like, no.
They get it done. I personally don't have an opinion on it because I'm just like, yeah, that's what it is, but...
No, that's gross. I don't want to walk in the bathroom. If you have kids and you walk in the bathroom with your kids and it's a dude in there that's...
What if it looked like a woman? What if you couldn't tell?
Whatever, but he's not using the bathroom right. It's a urinal in the same bathroom where it's the bathroom, and he's using the urinal.
What if he's not, though? What if he's so far into it that he's like,
I've been in bathrooms where it's
anymore.
Transgender, and it's shocking to kids. I've seen it. So, yeah. They're like pushing an agenda. Yeah, what do you mean? It's 5-year-olds talking about they want to be girls now.
So does that bring up the point? Are people really born that way though?
I don't think so. I think in this agenda that they've been pushing, so people are just open to more like, okay, this is just what I want to do.
Like I said,
I still don't get where people be like, I feel like something.
It's like a big ass cult.
I mean, I'm the only girl in group around a bunch of brothers. Do I feel like I wanted to be a man?
But what if that's not something that drives the factors for some of these
hold
people?
On to my femininity or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. No.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, we can get all into that.
That's a topic, man.
It is. That's a whole nother topic. Because I'm just like, I don't.
She is not feeling it.
I mean, I'm not. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying,
you can use a shed for all I care. Just don't use the one.
No, I'm just saying, like. You do what you want to do. Like, you're pushing your reality onto people. Like I'm saying, like, women been lesbians, dykes, whatever you want to call them forever. They weren't making you accept them. I'm going to the men's bathroom and you're going to let me and I have rights in here because I identify as a man. They didn't do all that. They went on about their business and continued to use the bathroom where we're supposed to use the bathroom at.
That's true. That's true.
Like, you didn't hear no issues about them demanding stuff. Like, now dudes are demanding to be accepted as women. You're however you feel to me, that's your reality, not mine. It's not reality. You're forcing your reality onto me. That's a delusion. So you want everyone to be in the delusion. You want...
They get it done. Whatever agenda they push... They typically get it done. I don't know.
That's why it's chaos.
I don't know who's lobbying for the LGBT community.
Did I even go live? Oh my god.
But they got some great lobbyists.
I did this last time. I never pushed go.
Okay. It's alright. Maybe that might have been a good thing. She went in.
I did went in. I was real disturbed. Like, I mean, like, it don't bother me, but then it's just like, it do bother me. Because it's like, you're forcing something on me that's just like when people force religion onto you, right? It's not something you believe in. It's not your reality. It's not what you, whatever. And now you're forcing me to believe something else. You're telling me I have to believe in this now. When I've been told and brought up that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. You're forcing something on me. I have friends that are like that. I don't care. That's you. That's how you live in your life. But you're not forcing that on, you know what I mean? You're not making me say... certain things. Like, I seen the clip where it's the dude, like, you have to call me, and she like, dude, you can't make everybody see you the way you want the world to see you.
That's true.
And you can't be mad at that.
That's true.
That's what you chose to do, so do you. You can't be mad because people don't accept that. Why is you worried about it? If you're really, that's what you wanted, you should care less what other people say and do. So I give it up to people that come out and don't care and not demanding you. that's when it's an issue. Well, you can't demand somebody to do something.
That's true. But they do, and
they do,
they're
and then
pretty
it's
good
issues.
at it also. So they're pretty good at demanding
It sucks.
things.
Like, it's so much chaos. Like,
They're
because
good
people
at the
are like,
demands.
I don't even know the word for it.
Black people
Narcissist?
can't demand nothing though.
Is it a narcissist?
We need some of the lobbyists for the LGBT community to come on over
that's,
to the black
that's the other
side.
thing that I was actually going to bring up and everything is because like it just seems that they are able to push their agenda, and because like look at all the TV shows now, like the thing is like every show has that gay couple.
Yeah.
And you see openly.
And they're typically gay guys. You ever notice that? It's typically gay guys.
I don't see too many shows that have
gay guys.
lesbians on there and stuff like that.
Guys.
It's the new thing, and you used to see always the lesbians.
Is it a trend?
It's the new,
It's a trend.
It's the new
But I
thing.
mean,
Everybody
I don't think there's anything wrong with, displaying gay, gay couples on TV. I think that's a good thing. Because that is our reality, that people like the same sex.
Right.
But touching on the transgender thing, I mean, that's just a whole nother avenue. Like, come on, dog. I'm alright, you like men, but I don't give a damn that you say you're a woman, because you're not. Now, you get the surgery, use whatever bathroom you know what I mean? I think that's different, because if you ain't swinging like you was before, and you got it tucked, then you're a woman
then
now.
you're a woman now.
You paid
still
for
gotta
that,
go
so
pee.
you deserve it.
So you gotta sit down and pee.
Right.
You're not tucking and peeing and standing to pee.
Cause I honestly, I haven't actually seen it. Yeah, the new Love and Hip Hop. Like they had that one girl on there, Sydney Starr.
They put her on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she was saying she's a transgender, but she's not though.
But she is.
She didn't get a surgery.
Right.
But she was saying she did or something like that.
No, she has, or he. See, that's what's confusing right
See,
there.
she don't know what to
Little
say.
kids be and then they want to do this non-gender. But how can you be non-gender when women? I'm just saying we have things that we deal with that how you can
She
be
looks
like
like a
I'm
woman,
non-gender.
Even though she's a man.
she look like a woman. She's a
I
man.
even call her a she.
He's exactly.
She looks like a woman though. So seriously.
And then that's the thing too. As a real woman, that's like insulting, and that's the whole thing that they want to keep passing off. Like that is the whole thing. Like I want to be accepted as a real woman, but you're not. So then with men, it's like, well, she look like a real woman, and that's insulting. You're comparing a man.
Now, she don't look like no
to
woman.
a
I
woman.
would want anyway. But
like,
I mean,
She does
what
look like a
was it?
woman.
Like back in the days, like she
I
said she
can't believe
messed
that
with.
dudes been messing with her.
Yeah, they were talking
Chinky
about.
was messing with her. Heck of people was messing with her, and he still got his penis. So it's a dude with tits.
And you can't tell me you didn't know. I don't care.
That's
don't
what they
do that
always
mess
say.
with a woman
Like,
with a
they
penis.
didn't know.
I don't want to hear none of that. I didn't
Right,
know
if you
stuff,
mess
dog.
with a woman and
Because
then
I
mess
know who
with,
I am and how I am, dog.
You would
Ain't
know.
no way I wouldn't know. Ain't no way. Seriously.
I don't know.
That's
We would just go
gross.
straight to the butt, so maybe they just went in straight butt.
I
Because
don't know
it's
what
like,
they're doing.
how would you
But
not know?
There's no way you can't know, dog. How many? I don't
She
know.
kept saying, "Don't touch me there.
Right.
Don't touch
Like,
me
nah,
there.
come on, baby.
Don't touch me there."
And what if she gets turned on? Her dick get hard.
Word, I didn't think about that. I never thought about it like that.
dang,
Like
girl, see your
seriously.
pants. She turned on with a hard penis. Come on, dog. That is
I
not
never
cute.
thought about that when dead ass. You're right.
Now you can't tell me
Like,
you didn't know that was a man.
How could they not know? Like they're gonna get.
Like and
come
then,
on.
but still, there
They're
was
in
some
denial.
stories that I heard were fake and everything. With some of the artists, so I don't know. Cause like they didn't she say that she had messed with Lil Wayne too.
See, Wayne's a different case. He's high, so he might not even know.
Who knows?
Ooh.
Oh, you're right.
He probably had no idea what was going on.
Episodes that be on E-pills can relate. Whoever do
He
E-pills,
had no
you had
idea,
blackouts
dog.
and woke up somewhere you wasn't supposed to be.
But
Is that the
talking
case?
about
Oh no, that's lean. People pass out on lean, right?
All that stuff's down for you.
talking about pills and everything. Like we had that whole situation this weekend in last weekend in Atlanta at Club Opera. Like I've been there. And
Wow, you went right into it.
Talk about a segue.
You went right into it.
Jesus.
Okay, I was not ready.
Like we were gonna talk about it on Tuesday and everything, but we never got around to it and everything. I kept on watching the video because I watched the videos beforehand, and like I never saw where somebody put something in her drink, but I did see the whole because like there was some videos that this is the full video, but when you watch the whole video, you didn't see the rape. But there's only like one site that you actually saw the rape. But like I looked at the ones that didn't have the rape, and I never saw anybody put nothing in her drink. But that's what they were saying, that somebody put something in their drink. But I saw the dude.
People still do that? Oh yeah, that's crazy.
But the whole thing is like the guy knew that she was on live that whole time. Like you see the guy's face the whole time. So is it just mind-boggling that he did what he did?
Listen, when you after that prey, dog, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Seriously, you're like animals, dog. Like, ain't nothing gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna stop you from getting what you're trying to get. I don't care about all that live stuff. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to still do that, well, nothing gonna stop you.
He obviously didn't care if he was in the club.
He had a motive, and he was gonna accomplish his goals that night. You know what I'm saying? That's how people are crazy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I won't put nothing past nobody. Like, some of the stories is like, you be unbelievable and they be true stories. That's what they make movies from. True stories. And you be like, oh my God, that really happened. And it be so extreme and traumatizing, and it really happened. Yeah. Stuff bad happens out here. Like, it's possible.
Terrible things.
Yeah, and I've partied in Atlanta a lot of times, and it's crazy.
Atlanta's wild.
It's wild.
It's a whole
It's very
place
possible.
to be.
So, as a female, like, how do you feel about the people that actually feel like?
Go ahead, let her tear it up. She's about to go in on live this time, though.
What? Okay, how do you feel? Okay, get to it.
Because there's some guys saying that. Oh well, no, I shouldn't say. Some people saying that the way that she was dressed, cause like she obviously went there with no underwear, cause like the last part of the video, you can see like her thighs and everything, her dress up, and you can see that she didn't have any underwear on and stuff like that. And the way that she was just carrying on and everything, people are saying that she knew what she was doing and stuff like that.
But what does that mean? That you go to get raped? So I wore this out to get raped?
So
that don't make sense
though. Like, did she just pass out and somebody had sex with her?
Like she was
it's
drunk.
Did she say no or anything? Or was she
said
incapacitated?
no, stop, please don't. What are you doing?
Oh,
and
no.
it's scenes that I seen from someone else, which is crazy because other people were watching this, taking snaps and stuff. And she at some points was like damn near looking passed out. And he was like really holding on to her. Yeah, and was like no and help, and people depicting it. It's like you never knew, you weren't there. So we can all have our opinion, but the people that were around her and that were there, they know. Trifling, because they could have stopped it, or that somebody could have said something. They like.
I would have hit that dude, though. I'm not with that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dang, this was
it's
in the club. It's
unfortunate it happened.
You get raped in a club full of people?
But I don't think because a woman wears whatever she wears because she wore no underwear to the club that she was asking, to be raped. No one asks to get raped, no matter what they wore. And yet again, what is that? Like I don't even know the word to call it, but that mindset to think because of what a woman wears, that mean you're mine. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I, in a sense, like, own you because you wore this, so that means, I don't even know what the word for it is. Just like, that doesn't mean nothing.
It's psychotic. Essentially. That's a psychotic thing to do.
She could have been airing her coochie out. She had a tight ass dress on. Okay, maybe she did want to get there and flash and whatever, but who said she wanted to rape? That's her business. And then to be like, if that's her fault, that's even worse. Like, what do you mean that's her fault? She shouldn't have wore that and she should put some underwear on. Like, that's what's wrong with society now. Always putting judgment on people. Like, does that excuse and
just think about it like when Terry Crews said he was
hell?
Sexually assaulted. And everybody's like, what? Your big self. But it's some real stuff, though. He's like, nah, it happened.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And the one thing that I noticed is like the one person that was standing over her, like I don't know if they were filming it too, but they were sitting there with their phone, just carrying on, cause like you can see it in the corner. Somebody's and she's there. I don't know like how loud the music was. Cause like I know like when you're in a club and you're trying to talk to somebody, you can't actually hear, but she's there screaming, "Help me!" and stuff like that.
But that's what I'm saying. It was snaps from other people that were there that were filming. So just like he said, those people were sick. Like, yeah.
Well, no. The video that was actually shown is her
filming her.
it was her. The one that they actually show is her on her live and like from her phone.
Oh, you could see that it was somebody else.
Yeah,
like,
I could see
filming.
some. Yeah, I could see somebody like over her and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then, if she really didn't get it, maybe she really was incapacitated, like really passed out in a sense, like in and out.
But
possibly.
Maybe that's the thing. Is always just our speculations because we weren't there. We're looking at videos.
Yeah, just kind of
we
piecing
weren't
together
there
the
in
puzzle.
that moment.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's fucked. That's
But-
the situation. Man.
Yeah, it's just a crazy situation and messed up. But like in this day and generation, is like a lot of people. Like that's the reason why a lot of people don't come out. Like you don't know if she would have came out before, because like the only thing that we know because she was on live. That's why a lot of people knew about it.
Right, could have been real hush hush afterwards.
Yeah, because like a lot of people, a lot of girls, like they don't want to face this whole blaming them because of what she was wearing and stuff like that, and blaming the victim and stuff like that. So like that's one of the things about this generation. Is like don't want to give the victim credit, but then there are some girls out there because like you look at the whole Chris Brown situation. He went out there, and then the girl afterwards said that she was lying.
Which I think should be a felony,
Right.
dog.
I think
You
it should be
be
a
able to
charge. You
lie
shouldn't
on
be
people
able
like
to
that and
accuse
put
someone
their
of
life
something.
on the line just because you're upset. I think that should be a charge. They should take
I
that
totally
seriously.
agree because that's terrible. Like, what type of person you gonna let that person go free?
You in jail like what?
They gonna do it again. They're gonna
Come on,
ruin
dog.
somebody else's
Right.
life. What do you mean? Like they're liable to do it again.
You should definitely get a charge.
And then the whole thing with Chris Brown is that like these stuff keep on happening to him, and it seemed like a lot of people see him as an easy target because of the Rihanna thing, and they feel like people are going to believe them because of who he is.
Oh yeah, I would do it. If I was I'll check out here trying to get him.
And now all this man is out because like since the whole situation, all he's been doing is trying to live his life. You see him with his daughter and everything.
He's been in and out of jail a couple times right after, but he's really clean.
He's
he's
like,
really
"I'm
cleaned
gonna
up
add
for the
that."
most part.
He
You know what I mean?
completely
For the most
squeaky
part,
clean, but he trying.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He ain't hitting women no more. We know that. At least I think we know that. I don't know. Is that an addiction? I ain't no telling.
He trying.
Yeah,
But
I respect Chris Brown.
it's just crazy where these women will come out and they will try, and then it makes it hard for the ones that are actually have something going on with them,
That's true.
and they actually are a victim.
Cry wolf. Messing up for everybody else.
Cause like even like with the Kareem Hunt and everything, like a lot of people would try to get at him because he had hit that woman, and he didn't want to get on TV and actually tell them exactly what happened, because they would sit there and just say that it's still not an excuse. Cause like y'all know exactly what happened.
No.
The girl was basically calling him the N-word.
Oh yeah.
And he blacked out.
And he hit her.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't think you should hit people for saying the N-word anymore. Because I just think it's so loosely used. Even black people we don't respect ourselves. And you can't expect other people to respect you when you don't respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you act like that, you know what I mean?
But he wasn't acting like that, so she did it to provoke him. So when they say
know
it,
better,
they
though,
know that they're saying it to get to you.
It's a
So that's
hurtful
why
thing. Yeah.
you should be like, well, so what? Coming from this person, it has no worth. It means nothing.
I'm
Your
rich.
words are weighs
Look
nothing.
at me.
You know what I mean? Because like,
look at you.
what do
Say
you
what
mean?
you want, dog.
I'm a what? That's
Say what you want, I'm
great.
winning.
Yeah, I'm
Say
a
what you want, I'm
what?
winning.
Say it again.
I'll
Like,
buy that word. Can you afford it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we own that word.
You
I mean,
feel me?
like we've
Facts.
owned that word. That's why
That's
we
a
say
fact.
it.
That's a
And
fact.
it's said so loosely, but at the same
Yeah.
time, when they say it, like you're saying, we shouldn't let it hold any weight, any value. Like, so what? Because you know they're saying it to provoke you.
And
They're
that's what
saying
it is.
it to demean you in a sense. But so what? Like, you know that's not who you are.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I don't mind.
I mean,
being
if you
the
just feel
N-word
like slapping them,
sometimes.
then go and handle your business. But you know,
Know your consequences,
'Cause
though.
I'm not saying.
Because the whole they call me the N-word thing
Turn
does
the
not
other
stand up
cheek
in
and all
court.
that. If that's how you feel, do what you need to do.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, I'll be down.
Doesn't stand up in court.
I was at
He
the
called me the
airport
N-word,
in New
yeah.
York, and the guy taps me hella hard on my shoulder to tell me I can't sit there. But I already asked if anyone was sitting there, and everyone looked up at me like, so I sat on down. What the hell? You know what I mean? Then he gonna tap me talking about I can't sit there. I'm like, if you touch me again, I'm going, you know what I mean? It's gonna be problems. I even went live, like, and it was really on some hateful, like, they just didn't want me sitting there. And you don't own this seat. We're at an airport.
No, the only place I've been where I've never experienced
What are you talking about?
So they say.
So at that moment, I mean, I didn't get like what they want you to be and loud and you know, I'm the angry.
You weren't belligerent.
No, I was just like, you touch me again. I'm drinking coffee at the same time. You don't know me. There's no need for you to put your hands on me to tell me something. So that's assault. You touch me again, and I end up throwing this coffee on you. You know, we're even. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit here. You mind your business. I mind mine. Then his wife wants to start filming me, so I start filming back. Like, what?
I've never been.
What are you doing? You're filming me for what? You're filming me for what? I know I look great today. Like, what you needed to remember. Like, you know what I mean? So they was trying to antagonize me, and at the same time, just my presence being happy. You know what I mean? Just really, 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 you know, got to their evil soul. You know what I mean? And at the same time, no one came to my defense or tried to help me. So of course I had to do. I had to.
Like that girl at McDonald's, dog. Y'all remember that McDonald's video? That dude reached over
there
and
slapped him, but I'd be damned if he touched me again. He was gonna get that coffee.
Shorty beat dudes to tail, dog.
Truly, no one helped her. They were grabbing her, like,
nobody
grab
was
him.
there to help her. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? All those dudes in that store.
All the dudes in the store.
They said that she got fired, but then got rehired after.
Why would you even work there again?
Right.
She didn't want to work there.
Fire! I'm taking you to court, dog. What did Soulja Boy say? Somebody got to cut that check, dog. Somebody's gonna cut that. You know, often I look for a chance to get somebody to cut that check. Oh, you riding me on the interstate? Skirt, cut that check, dog. Seriously. What? You speeding? I'm crossing the street. Run my foot over. Cut that check.
Oh, that's like the other one that just happened. The lady talking about, you ran my foot over. You ran my foot over. Lady on a bike, that could not have hurt that bad. On a bike.
Signs.
That's how she felt. You didn't see the video? Okay, so it was in Miami. I forgot it was like a protest or something that was supposed to be a peaceful protest. And it was like kids on bikes or something. And it was already traffic. I don't know what really happened, but I don't know how the lady got out the car and was in the street and got her foot ran over supposedly by the kids.
Not minding
and
her
business. Dude came in her defense with a gun and like we're calling the kids N-words and thugs and pieces of shit, and you know, this is an adult and it's like,
and they were doing this to kids.
And then they were like, yo, you're going to jail, you're gonna be on news, and they're like, yeah, that's right. And they, of course, got fired. Of course, dude's in jail.
Who's cutting the check, though?
That's terrible, crazy. Though. Like, really just feel like they can do what they... Like, I don't know.
That kind of remind me of that whole situation.
As an adult, you should, like, have some more restraint. You don't talk to kids
adults
like
are kids
that.
sometimes, though.
That's
man.
what it seemed like.
Adults get their feelings hurt. As an adult, and sometimes you get your feelings hurt. You be thinking some childish shit. You know what I mean? But you might not act on it. But some people, man, they cannot help themselves.
As an adult, you don't act on those childish thoughts.
Some people can't help themselves. They got to, those people who have to be right, or they have to make a point, or a tit for tat type of person. Just you can't get one over on me. That's not fair. I got to get you back. You know what I mean? Grow up. Come on, grow up.
Did y'all see the almost situation with the Native Americans and the white teams?
He got invited to the White House, which who would care about going right now anyway? But I'm just saying.
Well, he seemed like he was a fan though. But
of course, right? That's why
they're cutting that check. The Native Americans are getting a check cut. Okay, so they're living a good life. I mean. The history, we need a check, okay? Black people need a damn check, dog. Like, how you gonna pay one person, not pay the other? That's how I feel.
I know
they're paying the Native Americans
buku
amounts of dollars.
That's a whole nother topic.
They got land that you can't touch. You can't. You know what I mean? And what do we have?
And I remember because I was with the healthcare and everything on the phone. Like they actually have special insurance where they don't have to pay for anything.
You're Native American.
Dog.
Yeah.
What do we
If you can prove that you're, I don't even know if it's 100%. It's like maybe 80 or 70%.
If you
something.
enough,
If you're Native American, yeah, you got to prove you got
cutting
enough.
that check.
Not even be 50. If you can prove you're at least 50%, you can qualify.
Isn't that
for
crazy?
Sure.
And I'm all black. Can't get nothing.
You say that, but that's a whole nother topic too. Because what is all black?
I don't know.
If you're all black, then you're 100% African. Then that means you know where you are from in Africa. You know what country, what tribe, what village.
I don't know all
if
that.
you're 100% black. So when you say black, like what is that? Because black in America is a mixture.
Yeah, exactly.
Mixed, so.
I think that's what black is. But essentially, I'm enough of African American that I need a check, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all did my people dirty. Well, we did our own people dirty, but we won't even get into all that. You know what I mean? Because ain't no way you coming over there and just like, oh, y'all get on the boat. What?
Because not all of us came on boats.
You know
like,
what I mean?
it was indigenous people already here.
They
already
set us
on
up.
islands, already in the West Indies, already here. Don't let them tell you
we got set up.
that they really migrated those many people. No.
You can't do it. It's impossible.
It's impossible. So
we can count.
Logically,
Okay.
you know, it was people already here.
Right. They knew
Already
they was
in the
there.
islands, already here in the United States. Like, don't let them tell you that. That's why if they talking about we're African, I mean, like, seriously, I want to know what country and what tribe. And they can't tell us that. They didn't keep up with the paperwork from the people that they did bring over.
They do have that, I forgot what his name, because there's one specifically for us with the ancestor, but it's a different one.
I think I posted the other day. It's an African something ancestry, yep. But it's expensive, yo.
And I don't trust that DNA stuff because then they
it's
sell
worth
your
it.
information off to people.
They say they don't. Now, the other one, in the fine print, if you already done it, you're definitely sell your DNA. They can do what they want to it. They have your DNA.
Talk about the ancestral one?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely ancestry.
They own, like...
They selling all your DNA. What? You say you need a strong black man? I'm gonna look
So
at
the
my
one that you're
catalog.
referring to, though, my friend was telling me about, and I looked it up, they don't. They've been doing it actually longer than the other company. And they don't, like... distribute your DNA to a third party or nothing.
I still don't even trust them, though.
Yeah, it's kind of suspect.
I know, it's all suspect when you're giving up
mailing it out and everything.
DNA, but when you go to the doctor, you're giving up DNA at the same time. Every time you give up blood and do tests and get swabs and this, that, and the third.
That's true.
Yeah,
But let me find out they're doing something crazy with it.
You go to jail, go through fingerprints and swabs and shit. You in the database.
Yeah,
all
you
these
in the worst
Snapchats
position.
with filters. I was at the CES show, dead ass. They got systems now, so like in the movies, how face recognition anywhere, like seriously anywhere. You walk up the screen, the video could tell you your age. If you're listed somewhere, it knows your name, all your information, how many times you've been at that location.
That's some CSR stuff.
Like dead ass, your weight, your blood pressure at the time, your heart, like it can tell you everything just from scanning you real quickly. Yeah. I'm gonna post those videos soon, but yes, high tech technology.
They kind of have that on Facebook now because like there's times that you can just post a picture and like if you're with your friend, it already suggesting.
Right. It's getting us familiar with that and comfortable with it, ready for that technology. So you'll not be so like you're into doing it. You're already in a database if you have Facebook and Instagram.
And the type of marketing
Instagram
technology
and
they have
Snapchat.
is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? You ever be like on Google looking at some stuff and you be on Instagram and the ad pops up for the same thing?
Oh yeah,
you're like, yo, how that happens, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause like me and my girl was talking about financing and investing and everything. All of a sudden, I get all these ads for all these apps that can help me invest in everything.
Yeah,
like just going up and down Facebook and
you know that's
Instagram.
such a big money market. You know those companies pay like thousands of dollars to get hackers to do that. To like, I forgot what it's called, but they set up this thing where it trails you and then it like feeds you advertisements based on what you clicked on or what you typed into Google or different things like that. It's nuts.
I thought that was just the Facebook marketing
Nah,
thing.
they
It's
cutting
Google.
a check.
It's
They
for
cutting
sure
a
Google.
check, dog. Man, there's people out here, man. They can get you, dog. It is so crazy what they can do.
Because like it's even like with
There's
the
no privacy.
with your emails and stuff like that because like you'll be sitting there and like you'll do an email and then like they'll suggest words and stuff like that for you as well, or they'll suggest I forgot
So with
what
that, they're letting you know that they're already reading what you're saying. So it's
We're used
trigger
to you.
words. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
trigger
we're used to
words.
it.
So like you were just saying, you type something about an event, and then later you'll start seeing posts about different events or something similar to what you were texting about. Yeah.
And it's crazy,
It's not a
like
coincidence.
even like with these movies and everything, and like they suggest certain things for the future and everything, but like it's possibility that that's already stuff that's going on.
Totally.
Cause like they have to do research. So like even like with these movies that with the NSA and stuff like that, and like they may be able to pinpoint somebody with their cell phones and everything. Like a lot of people think that just because they turn their GPS off that.
You gotta take your phone apart.
So like that's the other thing, cause like I pay attention to that, especially like they with these hacker movies and stuff like that. Like just because they have it in the movies, like there are hackers out there that can actually do all that stuff.
Dog, the dark web is something. I'm trying to get on the dark web, to be honest with you.
You trying to be in everything.
I want to get on there
like,
so
I'm
bad,
tryna-
dog. Get on there, like make my credit at 800. Who can I pay?
Right.
Seriously, yo, the dark web is serious. It's
The
a real
government
thing.
shut down and seeing jokes, but maybe somebody really in the office that work up in there needs to clear everybody's student loans.
Talk to the people, man.
Come on.
That person might be watching right now. If you're watching
Please
and you can clear I don't have student loans, but if I had them,
well, yeah, there was
help me out.
some news report where I forgot what security system, but this guy just installed a security system, and like it's one of those ones that has the voice activated, and there was a guy down the road, and he was like, "Hey, this is your neighbor. I just want to let you know that I just hacked into your security system."
What's that?
And
What do you mean, hey, this your
hack
neighbor?
into
I
my
just
credit
hacked into
report.
your security
Do
system.
something useful. If you're gonna hack, dog, can you help a brother out? Can you do something that's useful to me? Don't hack my security system.
So he was basically just letting him know that yeah, you probably need to get a better security system and stuff like that. And like there are some that actually do that, where they will just do like the friend. I think they call white hats and everything. Like they'll just let a person know. What is it? Anonymous? Is it anonymous? The ones that wear the white mask.
Anonymous.
Oh yeah. Whoever they are. Where are they? They've been gone.
Anonymous.
They've been missing just like those
Maybe
turned
they ended
$300
up
to
in
$3,000 people been missing too. I'm looking for them.
For real?
They must be in jail.
I thought they were still around.
Turned 300 into 3,000.
No, they are around, but I think they took the mask off, and we don't know.
They
'cause
took
we
the
didn't
mask
know.
off.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the 300 to yeah, cause I remember like there was this one guy that I worked with, and he was trying to convince me. What?
I'm like, I'm waiting on this story. Like, did that somebody you knew was talking about give me some money, and I could.
Yeah,
they got to talking about give you my bank, give me your bank account number.
Yeah, those vanilla cards.
Disappear on your ass.
Yeah, the vanilla cards and everything, and like he actually thought it was.
Card, dog.
And like I remember, like the next day he was trying to get in contact with that girl and everything, and she cut her phone off and everything, and like
it was probably never their phone. You know, you can do Google Voice numbers.
And she got your $300.
Yeah,
Man,
he
what you
put
gonna take a baby
300
mama?
talking about that she was gonna make it into 3,000. He had just got paid that day
and just lost it all.
And she took the 300.
Yeah.
He gave it to her, or she took it
No,
out.
they loaded on the vanilla card, and
untraceable.
Then and then like they give them the information, and I don't know. Like I ain't trust it. I was like,
that just sounds shaky anyway. I go get a green dot card, put money on it for you, so that you can take it and turn it into 3,000 and
God
give
knows
it back
how you're
to
doing
me.
that, right?
Right, and give it back to me.
That's ignorance. If you do that, you deserve to be scammed. I don't care what nobody says.
Nigga, if
You deserved it.
If I'm not with you and you flipping my money,
right.
I'm not about to send you no money.
Tell me how to do it. Why I gotta get to your
what
ass?
in the hell?
What do you get out of this?
And you really
take
about
some
to
off the
send me
top?
my 3,000? What do you get? Meaning you made more than the 3,000 off my 300 then, and you're only giving me back 3,000.
They ghosted his ass.
Like I
As they should
got
have.
questions. People be hitting me up, and I just be asking questions. They get tired of me because I be asking questions like that. Like,
You ever
what do
try
you
to
mean?
sell something on the internet and them scammers hit you up? Hello. I'm buying this for my son. Shut up. You're not. That's what the last dude said.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give you way more than you're asking for.
Or they do
just
that
so you
with
can
the
ship it to me.
apartment or like home places, be like the houses for sale or the houses for rent, and you go there and it's like they want you to deposit money. They're out of the country or on vacation right now, but I left the key somewhere, and I need you to send me this money first, and I'll give you the code
I'm gonna
to
rent your
get
shit
the
out
key.
myself.
Like,
don't give me the key or nothing like that.
Nah, lady, you
I'm
say all
gonna
that.
do
You
the same
go to
thing
a
you're
place, people
doing
break
with your
into
own
your
crib.
shit. Then you go and it's not even the house. It's somebody's real house.
Right. Whatever. Somebody's cutting a check.
Like, how many people they got like that didn't check it out or didn't
Yo, when I was in Paris,
investigate?
dog, yo, these Africans will get you, dog. I was in Paris, man. When I first got to Paris, I was walking down the jump.
They'd be like, how you say that?
So many scammers, dog.
What's that?
Oh, what, Paris? Yo,
No,
Paris,
you said
I was
Africans.
listening- Oh, yeah, yeah. Hide your everything, dog. Because they work in
I
teams.
can't do this. The
And they
clicking.
be, let me tell you, it's so crazy, right? So I was in Paris.
Out of control.
And I went to the Louvre, right? And I went to the Louvre. And when we first going to the Louvre, all the Africans was out. They were selling keychains and all type of random stuff, right? They was trying to sell you tickets to get into the Louvre when you really just go in and buy your own tickets.
Oh my goodness.
What's wrong with y'all, right? Whatever, right? So when we leave the Louvre, it's raining. You know, believe these dudes had umbrellas for sale. I don't know
That's
who
just
they
smart,
are,
though,
but they are
hustling. Like, I know
clever.
people gonna need
And they will not
umbrellas.
leave
They
you
didn't
alone,
have
dog.
nothing going in.
Umbrellas was $15, 15 euros.
You said they were 15.
15 euros. That's like 19 American dollars for a little cheap umbrella. It's a joke, but it's a hustle. I bought one.
I'm say it's hustle. You needed it. They got you.
But yeah, it's just crazy because because we were just talking about the fire event and everything, and just thinking about did you see that documentary?
About what?
The fire event that was supposed to happen in Bahamas and everything.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
I
it was
heard
crazy
about that.
reading
That's
about
crazy.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
well, who was supposed to be the artist?
Like they were supposed to have
and then they just didn't show up.
182 and
imagine that bag they got off that though.
So I'm confused. So the lady paid everything and just people didn't show up or something?
Yeah, she was expecting. She thought it was like gonna be some crazy Coachella type stuff.
Yeah.
So she like hired all these people to cook a bunch of food and do like a bunch of stuff. They was working 24-hour shifts just to get ready for it. She lost $50,000. Isn't that what she lost? Like
because she had to pay them out her own savings and everything because like she lives on the island, so these people are gonna be hassling her. Right. And one guy he had
take that
to
50
leave.
and run.
He basically
he was like,
he left. He said he had to leave the island and everything because people were harassing him and everything.
Seriously.
Island life is different. They probably was gonna hurt him.
Right.
They was gonna
take your 50 and run. Come to
there was one person said that they started taking people hostage and stuff like that.
Yeah, for their money, you better believe it.
Cause if you watch the documentary and you see all the work that they did just
they
trying
made
to get
a
that
documentary already.
Yeah,
It's on
they
Netflix.
They should make some money off of that.
Netflix made the money.
Netflix and Hulu.
Netflix and Hulu.
Oh my goodness!
together.
So that was I kept looking at the preview, the trailer. I wasn't interested. I'm like, what is this? I went on and watched something else.
It's so clever.
And the crazy thing, one of the guys, this is how dedicated he was to that guy. On the Netflix one, he said that the guy told him because they were trying to get their the water out of customs. They got that fancy water and everything, and they wanted because they had to pay for it. He told the guy, "Yo, you're our token gay guy. I need you to go down there and suck a mean one so they can release this water."
What
he
the hell?
said he went home, brushed his teeth and mouthwash, and was ready to do it.
Did he suck the meat before?
Nah, he said that him and the guy had this nice conversation, and
so he sucked his.
And he said it was a relief
conversation?
that he didn't really have to do it and everything, but he said that he was ready to do it for the team. He was about to take one for the team.
That's dedicated.
First
That's
of all,
too loyal. He ready to take one for the
Why'd
team.
y'all choose me?
What in the world?
That's a question. Did he ask any questions? Like, why me? Huh?
Yeah, he was only gay guy.
Oh, he was gay though.
Yeah, he was actually gay.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
he
Go
was
ahead.
already gay.
Go ahead. Suck me
So-
for the team. Okay, that makes sense. I ain't upset.
You like,
I ain't
well,
upset.
you gay
I thought he
anyway,
was a
take one
straight
for the
dude.
team.
Yeah,
Stop.
go ahead. If you gay, then go ahead.
Hold on. What if he didn't like? Come on.
he brushed his teeth. They knew to ask him. They was like, "Oh shit, he down."
So he went and brushed his teeth and got ready.
He washed his mouth and everything.
I can't just brush his teeth afterwards.
I was like, yo, I don't believe that he's about.
He's
to
got
do
class
this.
though. He's got class if he brushed his teeth before.
But he was just like he believed in the guy and everything. But it's crazy. Like after the guy got caught, like this is a whole hustling thing. Like after the guy got caught,
everybody out here scheming. I swear.
And like they were investigating.
DM me if you got a scam that you want to run, and we're gonna figure it out if it's good.
Like they were investigating him, and he was still like one of the workers. He invited one of the videographers up to his place.
Because people, my facial expressions, I would give it away.
Like he invited the guy to his penthouse and everything. And the guy was wondering, like, you're under investigation for the event, like how you living this large life and stuff like that. He's sitting there. He got he done conned another investor, and they're basically emailing everybody from the event, trying to sell them tickets to these places that you can't get tickets for, like the what's that that fashion event?
Where?
That's be in New York.
New York Fashion Week?
No.
Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week?
It starts with an M. The gala, something.
The Met Gala?
Yeah, the Met Gala. He was trying to sell tickets to that.
I would have bought tickets too.
He was.
Yeah, I probably would have done.
He was.
$200. Shit. Look at two of them.
He got mad.
But you know, there's no tickets to those though.
Exactly.
There's
you gotta be a somebody to get in.
And like they were selling.
That is clever. These dudes are smart, man. Seriously.
Selling tickets to meet LeBron James.
Clever.
How
many scams do you think are happening for All-Star Weekend?
Too many. They
got Steph Curry. Just come on through, pay $50. Maybe some light skinned dude.
I don't even care about that stuff no more.
That's crazy.
Like it's that point. Scams. You get to the party, you be like, hi, is somebody on several different flyers gonna be at one night gonna be at 10 different events.
Walkthroughs.
And that's why you gotta make sure that you actually following those people's verified, because like they'll call it out.
Yeah, look at Boosie. Boosie's the best one, dog.
All-Star Week I went to was in Vegas. I didn't need to go no more.
Oh, yeah, Vegas is a whole nother story, dog.
What wasn't?
Yeah, and I was there for the Magic convention, and then it was All-Star Weekend. Like, yeah.
Wasn't the Vegas one the one that they took away from Charlotte?
No, that's when they took it down to St. Louis.
They saying,
Yeah, they took it to St. Louis.
Yeah, but there's no need to go to none of this All-Star.
And I'm supposed to be going down to Atlanta for the Super Bowl, but I have peoples down there and stuff like that. But I can just imagine, like, cause like they even got extra security to make sure that there's no trafficking and everything. Cause like they think that some girls, like those tourists, might get picked up. Cause like even like that what's the name of that?
Might get picked up. People getting kidnapped.
Yeah. Like you see that movie Taken.
Human trafficking.
They about to be upset. Fucking around, get something you didn't think you knew what it was. Thought you got a girl.
Now that's funny.
You been in Atlanta, be a whole dude.
But you know what? In that business, they don't care. They gonna put them to work.
You feel me? We got a market for you.
That's what's going on right now. Anyway, it's definitely a market for you.
Yeah.
Like that movie Taken. You see the movie Taken and everything, right?
Nobody's safe.
Taken.
Yeah.
Taken.
Yeah, cause like just seeing like how they set that up and everything, like I can just imagine, cause like there's gonna be so much chaos down there and everything.
Oh, it's gonna be wild, man. There's gonna be some things going on behind the scenes.
Some scamming going on too,
including me.
Look,
you going down there?
I'm scamming for All-Star Weekend. I shouldn't say that since I invested in it, right? Nobody's gonna trust me.
Say that.
No, he's a scammer. I'm not going to his parties. Like, they ain't my parties. I just put some money in. Seriously.
Person don't show up until like 3:00 and the club closed at 3.
Hey, but they cut that check.
Oh yeah, I went to when I was living in Atlanta. I went to this one event. Like Eve was supposed to be there, and like she didn't get there until like last hour of the club. Eve is here, and like the club about to close in like
people
an
already
hour.
drunk, passed out. When did she show up? Oh, you was already asleep. You was in the car. What? You be pissed. You be like, damn, I was drunk the whole time. Fell asleep right at the end, dog. Yo, that's how it was when Asia Sky came to Noir. I had shot this video. This dude was throwing a day party. and Asian Sky came through. Man, this hoe ain't show up till like. Even I was packed up about to leave, like, cause I'm serious, dog. You pay me for 2 hours, dog. You get 2 hours. I don't care if you started late. I don't care about none of that. You know what I mean? You pay me for 2 hours, so I had packed up, and then here she come walking in. Everybody's making a bunch of noise. I was like, shit. All right. Only cause it's Asian Sky, though. Not for you, dog.
That's what they knew, though. Like you gonna wait, or you gonna
Yeah, because you want to get those pictures of celebrities. Because like I remember like. I was taking pictures for Venomous, the independent artist. She was performing in Virginia, and Cardi B and Boosie was supposed to. This was before Cardi B blew up and everything. Mm-hmm. They had a whole independent artist lined up. The last artist that performed before everything got shut down, like he was in a local game. He started throwing up signs. There was this big tussle.
No. I can't have that.
Guns. And like it's crazy. Like every time that I go into an event and I'm sitting there like, wait, they didn't pat us down for weapons. Those are always the events that something pop off. And it's good. There were gunshots and everything. Like, and it was crazy because like the guys that were firing the guns were like a couple rows from me.
Oh my goodness. So you was smelling gunpowder?
So I ran out there and everything.
He's probably scared as hell, huh?
Didn't get a picture of Cardi B, and like, cause it would been real good if I got a picture, cause like this was before she blew.
Yeah.
Like, and that
I
was
met
one.
Hennessy one time in Charlotte.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I met Cardi B.
Did you?
Cool? Yeah, before she blew, or
was she still having her teeth
I would
like
say
that?
like right before. No, this was after. This was like 2017, right before her album came out and all that stuff.
No, she was right in her prime.
Yeah,
she was on the
that was around the time like she was performing in this was for Bodak Yellow and everything. Yeah. She like I was really upset. I'm like, dad.
She seemed cool though.
That's tough though.
Also, just made me like her more. Like she really seemed like the round the way girl. Like
yo, I met David Banner one time, dog.
Is that who?
David Banner. He's the most low key dude ever, dog. You wouldn't even know he was there. He was also like real chill stuff off to the side, no VIP booth, no bunch of people.
Yeah, he seemed like he real down to earth. Cause like even like hearing his interviews and stuff like that, and like he's really for the peoples and stuff like that.
I say that now because I met him way back in the day, and he was
wild.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of because like he talked about that too.
His consciousness because he was really
he's
rude
a
and
pastor
wild.
now, right? Talk about a check. I always told my mom, man, and I'm not successful as I want to be by 30. I'm gonna just be a preacher and own a church. She think I'm playing, but I'm not.
Look at him, scamster. He already.
I'm not playing. How many offerings can we do legally? Building fund. Hello. How many churches you been to? The building fund. You had a building fund for years. Ain't nothing getting fixed.
And then like they have all these shows now. Like look at the show Greenleaf and everything. They basically talk about how they went through tax invasion and stuff like that. Yeah. And like how they be funding money and everything. Mm-hmm. Like it's just a whole.
It's crazy.
I'm eating apricots. I think somebody was wondering.
Funding money or something. Cleaning money or something. If you want to clean some money, definitely clean through a church.
Like
I'm saying too much.
Hey, predators.
They also like in the show Power. They talk about laundry in there. Laundry and money.
It's the craziest thing to do. You just need a real good accountant. That's all you need.
And I think like, cause like there was this guy in Greensboro, like and I can't remember the name of the club, but I think that's what he was doing with the club that he owned there.
Genius.
Because like only like I think everybody knew that he was a drug dealer and everything, but
I think everybody's a drug dealer. Is that bad? I see dudes in the club, don't know who they are. They got all this money. I'm like, you sell drugs, don't you?
I sell drugs.
You sell drugs. What kind of drugs you sell, motherfucker? Seriously.
Part-time pharmacy tech.
Oh, Jesus.
I sell legal drugs. But you can get edibles whenever. No, we stop.
Ooh, plant that seed. Get you some business, sis.
But what else is going on?
Something that's not depressing. Thank you.
Now I don't know. I've been thinking about all this other depressing topics.
I'm in this depressing mood now. I don't even want to say no positive shit.
Marshawn Lynch is buying up the hood, buying property in parts of Oakland to like help out with gentrification. So that's like something positive. Somebody where they're from giving back to the community, not just giving back, but also.
I understand he's getting a check from that though. So.
Buying, yeah, but at the same time, he's helping the community.
He is, but he's also getting a check.
My thing is, to do so.
I respect.
Who else can just really
people
go and
give
just
back.
buy multiple properties at once?
Yeah, but he's still getting a piece of the cut. And then the good thing for him is he's black. So, of course, black people are going to support him. So, that's a whole different market other people can't touch. Just being black alone. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing that you're giving back and you're giving these phones to people who can afford them. But you still getting a check. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when people donate to charities or causes and shit like that. But you still get a check.
But I thought he was going to turn some of them into, like, housing.
You still get a check.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, somebody's cutting him a check.
Shut down right now.
If you're a homeowner, the best thing you can do is have a place on Section 8. That's a guaranteed check. You feel me? Somebody's cutting a check, dog.
Well, not right now. They're not getting no money.
Nah, not right now, dog. People got to pay their rent. What you mean you can't pay my rent this month? I don't make enough. Well, make it enough because you got to figure it out. Seriously.
Yeah, California is definitely crazy. Everybody living with each other.
Okay, in little spaces.
Little spaces.
It's like New York. Especially if you're down there in like, what's that real techie place? San Francisco and shit like that, where all those tech companies are located.
I'm from the Bay.
You from the Bay?
Right across the
Oh shit, Oakland's across the Bay.
But that's the thing. They're moving to that area. That's why it's gentrification. They're moving from Frisco into Oakland.
Hey, smart. To be honest.
Yeah, but they're just raising the rent, so it's not really smart. It's just about to be just as high as it is in Frisco. You know how much it is for a 1-bedroom in San Francisco?
I heard it's like $1,200.
No.
But cheap.
Where anybody from the Bay, please chime in. He just said $1,200.
Is that cheap? Is that expensive?
No, that's nothing. That's not even what it is. We're talking like $3,000-$4,000. We're talking the cheapest could be $2 something. We're talking about a one bedroom in the city in San Francisco. Like he just said $1,200. Nah, that's somewhere in Richmond.
Richmond, Virginia?
No, Richmond, California.
Oh shit!
Not even there. I don't think. Well, it's certain places.
I'm still
but
thinking East Coast.
1,200 is like definitely no.
1,200 is too cheap. You living in the projects for 1,200.
1,200, you not living in the Bay Area.
Oh.
Damn. And you talking about the tech area, East Palo Alto, South San Francisco? No, 1,200 is no way. You're talking about people that's getting paid. Why would they rent be low? You're getting paid top dollars. Why would your rent be so cheap? No. Your rent in the thousands. We talking about
I would cry every month paying
23, 26, 25 and higher.
Let me cut that check.
That's why it's 2 bedrooms with multiple people living in them. A house with multiple people living in them. They rent rooms. Beds. You can rent rooms. I mean, it's possible if you get a good job.
You be 35 with bunk beds? Like, oh no.
You got a great job, like a good profession, like a pharmacy tech. Phlebotomist, even like we're just talking about tech jobs.
Big out there in the Bay is like people who make apps, people who like create a lot of
it's
tech
affordable.
things.
You get a good job.
I don't care what they say. It ain't affordable. I don't care how much money you make. I'm not paying nobody $3,000 in equity to their home. You know what I'm saying?
You
I think
will.
that's
You
crazy.
live in the Bay. You got the necessities of everything. You will, and people do it, and it's tons of people still moving to the Bay. So
just
even
to
though
rent
it's
something,
high,
but if you buy something,
people still move there.
But to rent it for that amount of money, I mean that's crazy. That's so crazy.
It is, but it's people doing it.
I need to purchase something over there, motherfuckers. Just ain't that type of money, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're looking at. So my cousin got a house 2 million and some change. You're looking at millions in homes, like, and it's not even like a lot of property. You don't really get a front yard and a backyard. You don't get space from your neighbors.
That's what they renting for, though. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I said buying a house. Yeah. You just said buying a house is the same thing.
But they'll rent it out. You know what I mean? Like it'll be easy to rent though if you can purchase it.
Yeah, you get it and rent it out because that's what I see with there. A lot of the people that are like moved out of West Oakland, and it's like crazy because the people that are coming in are buying the homes and turning them into like Airbnbs and stuff.
Which is cool.
It is, but you just said tons of people that lived in this area homeless.
You know why?
And I don't think it's really the buyer's fault. It's the property and people, right? Like
check, dog.
It's
Take
sad
advantage.
though.
That's what they do. Look at this amazing area all you broke motherfuckers live
Right,
here.
like nobody's touched this area. This is perfect, and just took over.
But that's what happens when it comes to like generational wealth and different things like that. People who aren't raised to know that you need to invest in things, you need equity in houses. If you grow up just renting shit all your life, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like you give people the opportunity to tell you to get the fuck up and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't own it. You know what I mean? All your life you've been renting. Your mama been renting. Your grandmama's been renting. You know what I'm saying?
Message.
Everybody's renting, dog. You know what I mean?
For real, like there's so many programs now to help people learn how to invest.
You get FHA loans,
$5,000 up to $10,000 of just saving. Believe it or not, sacrificing. You'd be surprised of how much you can save within a couple of years. Like
you don't even need no money down. Your credit. All right, there's programs that'll get you into a crib. You might have some crazy ass APR, but you can buy you a spot. You know what I mean? But I think it takes being taught that. You know what I mean? Being raised that way to kind of know. That's how families stay rich, because they teach their children to stay rich. You know what I mean? But when it comes to broke people,
that's a whole nother topic.
Only thing you know when you broke is how to maintain. You know what I mean?
That's the crazy thing about it is like the people that I follow in California on Snapchat and everything, like all them like are still living with their parents and stuff like that, and like they living in like mansions and stuff. And it's crazy because like that's another thing that I noticed is that most of them are like mixed and stuff like that. That's what I noticed and stuff like that. But you notice that black families, they'll kick their kids out, and with the white families, like they'll keep them there at that house and stuff like that.
Dog, I was in Virginia this weekend.
That's a whole other topic. I don't know. It's like most of our parents, whatever they were taught, is like I did it, so you should be able to survive and do what I did. But it's no blueprint. You know,
it's
what I mean?
more like surviving.
No stepping stone to help me get to where you're saying I'm supposed to be, and then it's like they expect you to do it on your own with no failure.
It's more like they're surviving, dog, and that's the mentality people have to change. Like,
and then like most of them, like they while they're with their parents, from what I'm looking on Snapchat, is like they're building their own business and stuff like that.
Look at Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner. She's
look at
rich.
the 7-year-old on YouTube making millions, and who buy the toys? He do toy reviews.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
His parents buy the toys. His parents set up the page. His parents do the videoing. Even though it's him doing it, and they're the one that created for him to do, right? And made him a success. But he wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for them going and buying the toys and setting it up and pitching and doing, saying, hey, let's do it like this, and editing and etc.
And I was talking about flipping homes with him. Like, there's actually this I think she's 9 or 10-year-old girl.
Yeah, she's flipping houses, dog.
She's flipping houses,
which is crazy.
Flipping houses.
Like, that's what I was trying to figure out and everything.
Somebody's investing, but it's
somebody's
her business.
investing in doing the paperwork. A 9-year-old can't sign contracts.
Actually,
but she has all
I think
these
she could
kids.
sign some contracts though. I just don't think she can get a loan from the bank. But I think she can sign some shit.
Who's really doing work with a 9-year-old?
Somebody's working.
Somebody's
working.
the face. You know, her mom, dad, somebody's.
She's the face. They're behind the scenes.
Yeah, there
because
you go.
And I think that's what makes it big. Oh, she's 9 years old. What? You know what I'm saying?
And like she has other kids helping her like fix up the houses.
That is too cute.
It's clever.
Where you see that at? I need to see that.
I probably gotta search back in my on my wall, but because I shared it and I was like, I just feel so behind. Like this little girl like is flipping houses.
Yeah, definitely don't.
There's a lot of parents nowadays that see, I want to say quick get rich schemes. But your kid is like a gateway into things. Maybe it's an outlet that things you didn't get to do. You can do it with your kids now.
Which I am all for. Look at the baller brand.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, man. You can, if the family can make a check, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? We can all get a check off of this. Why not do it? You know what I mean?
Until like the little Asian girl that her parents were making her do that. The one that got called out.
I ain't see that.
The little wretched Asian girl.
Oh yeah. What was her name?
And it was like she really didn't.
She was
really
trying to fight
do that.
like her the one bad baby or something like that. That white girl.
Yeah, her brother and her mom was putting her up to like put on that persona.
She always had the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
She used to take
and
pictures with stacks.
Where'd she get the car from? How did she get the money?
Yeah,
How she in his house? It was because her mom did real estate and somebody else had access to cars.
And they put her on.
And they
made
just
her
had
look a damn fool.
this, perception of what it looked like. Whatever,
Yeah, I think I caught on to that late after she
but
started
it was weird anyway.
crying
This is a
and
9. This is
everything.
a 7-year-old. Like how did the 7-year-old get all this money?
Clever.
Parents, somebody. How did her 7-year-old be able to get to these different houses and cars? Like, come on, man, just like.
Everybody's clever. There's so much money out here to get though, man. That's the thing about it.
And people started giving her money
lane.
because she was showing she already had money and was acting ratchet.
Yep.
That's just foolish. Like, I'm gonna give you money because you got people following you because they like you being ratchet.
But it's just a whole bunch of copycats because you look at that one girl, Catch Me Outside girl.
Who has a record deal.
She already had a manager before she even came on the show.
She has a record deal.
Stage, like, in a sense,
she's clever.
To get a buzz so that she can do it, you know what I mean? To go to that next level.
And then the next one was the girl that swore she was white, but that kind of got killed quick.
That backfired because she's black.
She's talking about she had nice hair. No, you don't. Okay.
And then her the next couple of days her sister put her on blast. I don't know, that story got killed quick.
Cause it was a joke. Black people wasn't following that. That was blasphemy to us.
Which is still twisted, because to me is like, what's the difference? Like, she's in delusion and she's in delusion.
Or is it even real?
So
or is this you trying to get a check? You know what I mean?
Same thing with the other girl. Was it even real? She was doing it to get a check and people still bought into it. So to me, at the end of the day, they're the same.
Yeah, at least she won though. The black girl lost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
At least
and
the other girl won.
She lost because she is black. Like, people are like, there's no way she can really think she's white. Like,
I think she lost just because whoever was trying to put that shit on didn't do a good job.
No, and then it really.
They was on the show, then it was over. Like, you're supposed to keep doing. You're supposed to get in trouble. Her
sister put her out. That's some hating shit. Like, why you just can't let your sister have her 15 minutes?
Because she basically she didn't like her mother, because the mother was in on it. She
so
said
yet again,
too.
that's some hating shit. Like, how is you a unit as a family? So, but you gonna in the public,
embarrassing our family.
But then you go and embarrass yourself at the same time. Like, you could have just left it alone and it would have died out.
Sure, got a good
and
beat
if they would have got money off of it, you would have been right there.
Yeah.
So, what was the point of being publicly hateful?
I don't know, but that one basically died out real quick.
And neither one are valid right now, so it didn't work.
They're trash. Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, we coming up towards the end of the show and everything. Did you want to give out your social media, how people get in contact with you?
Oh man,
and did you figure out their address?
Scamster.
Oh no, my phone's
What you ever seen Joanna Scamster?
Yes, I can't say it. I shouldn't have said that. Hey, look, All-Star Weekend's gonna be lit, dog. Y'all come on out. We got Lance Gross coming out, dog. Come on, we with it. We're gonna be at the Harvey B. Gant Center. Everything's going on at the Harvey B. Gant Center. 2 parties a day. We got 2 galas going on out there, so that's pretty dope. I'm a silent partner, so I can't say too much. But I will say it is gonna be fire. I've never been to a gala. I'm gonna pull out some fire shoes for that, I guess, and a blazer. But it's gonna be dope.
Invite.
All-Star Weekends. Come on out, man. I'll send you a ticket. Say less. You want a ticket too?
Get dressed up.
You get a ticket. You get it. There's only 2 people in here, but
you get a ticket. Imagine I'm a Gemini, so my other half, you get a Gemini.
Exactly. There we go. So nah, man, you guys can follow me on Instagram mostly is where I am. C3.media. Somebody has the C3 Media account, and I've messaged them plenty of times. Like, can you just stop and just give me this name? Because you guys don't post anything. Like, just give me the name, dog. They don't respond. So whatever. C3.media. That's where I'm located. Book me. Cut that check, because I'm not shooting that for free. Not these days. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, your social medias.
Instagram, Ms. Baps. Instagram, Swag Creator. Instagram, Street Elegance Boutique. Facebook, Linnell Aldafari. Swag Creator, Baps Creator, which is kind of like my new interactive page. We played, Passport to the Hood. Monday nights until the game is over. I do give out gifts to the winner. So stay tuned. Check that out every Monday. I think we're going to start around 8, maybe 8:30. You know, black people be late. But check me out. Book me. Fashion, styling, wardrobing, creative creations, customizing, home decor, jewelry, you name it.
I need to go again.
Email me, swagcreator@gmail.com. Everything should be swag creator if you're really trying to get in touch with me.
Can I go again? Yeah, ain't kill me. Hey, follow me. I be at your mama house on
Wait, in my
Sundays.
Snapchat, because I need new like people to follow on Snapchat. My Snapchat is IG Swag Creator. So I and a G in Swag Creator. So it'll help you remember my Instagram.
Hey, she killed me, dog. C3 Media, dog. Shout out Culture Boutique, dog. Dang, he murdered me. Please follow me. God,
Well, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in live. If you are listening to us on demand, as I stated before, we're on demand on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, and iTunes. And I really need to catch up with editing these videos to put them back up on YouTube, because like you'll be able to see the YouTube live like for 24 hours, and then like I take it down, and then like I'm gonna like re-edit all these and post them back up and everything. So I really need to catch back up on that. So stay tuned for those as well. Make sure that you follow, like, thumbs up, subscribe, whatever platform you on. Just show your presence. Everything is on quarantineenterprise.com. If you want to go there for a one shot, like if you go to quarantineenterprise.com, click on the quarantine radio tab. It has everything there, that every platform that we're on and everything like that. Alright, and as I stated before, I am selling the Dreamville Festival tickets. Hit me up at info@quarantineenterprise.com. I'll shoot you the link on how to actually get a ticket. I have to actually have to check to see, because like I know it's a discount with my link and everything. I gotta go back to check on that, see what the discount is and everything. Also, if you're interested in playing flag football, hit me up at info@quarantineenterprise.com. We actually have practice Saturday, and like I said,
when is the first game? I hope when it's warm.
It's March 24th.
It's still gonna be cold.
It's spring, so like.
Yeah.
Well, you still gonna play?
Hey, I'm still considering I want to. I just
She's gonna be out there in the swaggest uniform. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Cause like we have practice on Saturday, and like they're doing conditioning. Cause like we have two personal trainers. Like so we have two personal trainers, and they do conditioning Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 at this gym. So like you basically get a personal trainer for free just being on the team. So
interesting.
Just hit me up at info@quarantineenterprise.com. I'll give you all the details on that. But yeah, we are practicing this Saturday at 9:30 at Green Road Park. So yeah, hit me up. I'll give you all the details and everything. First game is, like I said, was in March. So we're just trying to get all the whole team together, get them in unison, so we can just run through the league. All right. But other than that, I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Give feedback, whatever. Like I said, like whatever platform that you listen to us on, the like, subscribe, whatever. Heart, leave comments or whatever. Let us know what you think and everything. And like I said, this is our new co-host, Linnell, and we're actually working on giving her her own actual spin-off podcast. We're also working on giving her own spin-off podcast, so stay tuned on that as well. When we actually going to start that as well.
Stay tuned.
All right. So other than that, I appreciate everybody tuning in. This show has been quarantined. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. I think we actually have a special guest next Tuesday. We're trying to get it finalized and everything. But yes, just stay tuned, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday. All right.
It's Thursday. Oh, you said Tuesday. I'm tripping. Crazy.
Hey, this is Noah out here. You are now rocking with Ilma.
I'm like, it is Thursday though.
Shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I wanna hear that new self-free system of Quarantine Radio.
What's up, man? It's Kid Swift, baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Bill McKenzie. Straight Georgia. And you know how we rockin' out here, baby.
Humble getting no respect.
I would have to ask him about that, but like he